It's time for the COMC pregame show. Here's William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
What's going on, Lake area? We are live on Lake TV for tonight's high school football game of the week. I'm William Holtz, joined by Chris Schneider, and it's time for our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show right here in Versailles, Missouri. And Chris, you have the 1-0 Warsaw Wildcats and the 0-1 Versailles Tigers. And on our pregame show tonight, Chris, you get a chance to talk with both head coaches. We're going to talk about two spotlight players, one from each team, and one of which we're just finding out is not even going to play. So that's going to make things interesting. We'll tell you all about that and a whole lot more on tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
And we're back here on Lake TV. It's our COMC pregame show. And Chris, even though it's week 2 of the high school football season, just the first week, we've brought you live high school football. Of course, last week it was Lake of the Ozarks shootout.
Yep.
We had our crew all over the place, and so we're glad to get back at it. And we start here in Versailles for two teams that played a lot over the years, and both teams excited for tonight's game. You got an opportunity to talk and communicate with both head coaches through this week. What's the feel you got from both these coaches coming into tonight?
A lot of confidence for Warsaw. Warsaw, they didn't play last week, actually. Had a game that was supposed to be up in Kansas City. That got canceled. They got a forfeit win, so they haven't even actually been on the field for a real game yet. But they come off a great season. They were 9-2 last year. This Warsaw team was really good, and they're just feeling really confident, really strong, and they've handled Warsaw the last few years. I think they've won the last 3 times they've played against the Tigers, so they're feeling pretty darn good coming into tonight.
Yeah, their head coach, Ryan Boyer, that was a heck of a season. This is his 4th or 5th season at Warsaw, and it was by far the best year they've had under him, and they look to build on that. You mentioned, of course, last week's game canceled, and so this is Warsaw's first live game action of the season, and they're going to be eager to make a statement. Now, when you look at them a year ago, they were 9-2. They graduate a lot of talent. Their quarterback, he moved on at the senior, of course, graduated. He had 1,700 rushing yards, Chris, with 19 touchdowns on the ground. He threw for another 13 scores, so they lose that. And on the line, they had 5 linemen last year. 4 of those either graduated or left, so they only have 1 returner on the offensive line. One thing to keep an eye on for Warsaw.
Yeah, but they do have like 20 guys coming back, 6 starters on offense, 8 starters on defense from last year. So they lost some key players, but they've got a lot of numbers coming back, and they feel good. And we did the Warsaw Versailles game 2 years ago, I think, and we saw, Coach Ryan Boyer was just starting to build this program into what it is now. Since he took over at Warsaw, he's 28-22, and it took him a few years to get it going,
right.
And get things, everything installed, get the players on the same page and everything. But we saw it 2 years ago. We saw that this was going to be a tough, hard-nosed team, and last year they go 9-2. This year they've got their sights set high again, and they have to come into this game being favored to win and being pretty confident.
Yeah, and after a 9-2 year, you look at that. They lose in the district championship game, only their 2nd loss of the season, meaning all of those 20 players that are returning, they're just used to winning.
Yeah.
They only lost 2 games in the last 12 months plus, and so they don't lose a lot of football games, and so they kind of set that tone, and they come into a Versailles town that sees a team that didn't have a lot of success last year, and so this Warsaw team feels like they can come in early, early, and they can make a statement. And they're going to try to do so by pounding the rock.
Yeah, and talking with both coaches before the game, they both want to run the ball. And Warsaw, I mean, that's kind of their bread and butter. They like to run the ball. They like to pound you. Versailles and Coach Seitz, they usually like to throw the ball, but they've got a few injuries that they're dealing with. And so talking with him in the pregame show, I said, what do you want to do? I want to run, you know. And so we'll see if they can establish that. I think Versailles is now under Coach Seitz, kind of where Warsaw was 2 or 3 years ago under Coach Boyer, where, you know, he was coming in new, putting in the program, getting things going and getting that ball rolling. So I think in that sense, Warsaw's a couple years ahead of where Versailles is right now.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that, and hopefully for Versailles down the road, they can see the similar success to what Warsaw did last year. When you were down there talking with Ryan Boyer, Warsaw's head coach, he's a young guy. This is, like I said, his 6th season at Warsaw, but he's been coaching for a while at the head coaching level. And as we said, you got to catch up with him just a little bit ago.
So, Coach, first game of the year for you guys because your game last week got canceled.
Yep, little different setup, but we're excited to finally see some action.
I bet you are. You've been hitting each other in practice for a while, and now you get real game action. So Versailles did play last week. Does that give them a little bit of an advantage since they've got a game under their belt?
You'd think so. You know, it's one that, like I said, you haven't got to see anybody else. Fortunately, we were able to get a jamboree in, so that always helps. But, you know, give an opportunity for some of our kids to get back healthy. They were a little dinged up, and so you have that, but it's always nice when you can see it live.
Absolutely. You guys come off a great year, 9-2 last year, I think. Really good season. The kids are really starting to get your ideas and get things going. So you've got to feel good going into this season. You got a lot of players back, too.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, we're very proud of last year's group and everything they were able to accomplish. But like we remind our kids, you know, they were a huge part of that and contributed a ton to it. And so, you know, they know it's their year now, and they just hope to build on that.
Okay, what do you guys like to do? What do you want to do tonight?
Our big thing is always play fast, play physical, and whether that's in the run game, pass game, or defensively. And you know, you always stress all 3 phases of the game, and so our kids have really bought into that and have demonstrated it well through camp. And like I said, hopefully we can put it all together tonight.
So what does Versailles do that you need to stop tonight?
They have explosive athletes that I think, you know, those guys get in space. They're capable of breaking some big plays right away, have good size kind of all over. And so, you know, like we tell our guys, whether it's them or anybody, you can't take a play off because they're, you know, one play away from breaking a big one.
Yeah, and these kids know each other. I mean, it's used to be conference rivals. Now you're just rivals.
Yep. And that's one thing, you know, we play them in all sports. We play them year-round, and so these guys, yeah, they're familiar with each other. So we always enjoy getting together and playing with them. It's always competitive and just a good time.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Hey, no problem.
You bet.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
And we're back here on your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. It's almost time for kickoff week 2 of the high school football season, and Warsaw and Versailles duking it out here at the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex. And
it's so
beautiful
beautiful.
Versailles.
Yeah.
You see that view out there. You see the new baseball and softball complex out there just top of your screen, and the beautiful tiger head, you know, which Mizzou, really that's their logo, and Versailles gets permission to use that. So really cool. And for the Tigers, they got their work cut out for them. We were talking about Warsaw, and you got to hear Ryan Boyer on the front side of the break talking with you, Chris. And, you look at last year and you think, okay, so you graduate Brady Slavens, the all-state quarterback, like I told you. 750 yards on the ground, 19 rushing touchdowns. He threw for another 13 scores. Then you have all-state lineman Garrett McGann, and he's gone along with 3 of his fellow linemen. And so you think, what are we going to do? Well, actually, one young man comes to mind, and it's tonight's the Jet Ski Place Spotlight Player of the Game, and that is Cameron Sievers. Man, what a year he had last year. 29 catches, 740 yards, 25 yards per catch.
Yeah.
That's crazy. With 9 touchdowns, only 29 catches, so a third of the time that he caught a pass, it was for a touchdown.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And you think that's impressive. Then you look defensively, he was probably even more impressive. About 10 pass breakups, 6 interceptions to lead the entire team. And he's going to be the workhorse for them. Although he's a wide receiver and defensive back, you're going to see them get very creative with him. And then also there's a 2-headed monster in the backfield. Nick Bagley and Gage Whitaker, both returning. Both had over 600 yards on the ground last year and 6 or more touchdown rushes. So they do have a lot of power back. Now when you look at who's going to replace the quarterback, how about Tayton Boyer? He was really good last year. First-team all-conference linebacker, second-team all-conference wide receiver.
Wow.
And he's going to make the transition to the quarterback position. And when I see the name Boyer, I would think that might be Coach Boyer's son. And as we see, our friend over here from Warsaw gives me the nod.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
I didn't do my homework well enough, but I see that name, and I'm going to say, can I assume? So the coach's son going to transition to quarterback.
Yeah.
And, boy, Tayton's got a lot of weapons around him.
Yeah, he does. And if he's anything like his dad, he's a tough guy, right? Because his dad, you saw him in that pregame interview. He is tough. He is rough, tough.
Everyone looks tough standing next to you, Uncle
Well,
Chris.
that's true. I kind of look pretty sad, but he has really toughened this team up. They are mean. They like to hit. They're very physical. And with his son being a linebacker last year, he likes contact. So he's going to take that ball. He's going to run. And until the Tigers prove that they can stop him, he's just going to keep on running tonight.
Yeah, I mean, how do you replace an all-state quarterback that basically was your workhorse? Well, you take a kid who first all-team conference as linebacker, second team at receiver, and I imagine he's going to be pretty creative from that quarterback position. So when you look at Warsaw, they have talent on both sides of the football.
Yep.
And like you said, they love to pound the rock and they love to hit. These defensive players, they love to swarm to the football. They love to put their head on the football and turn your opponent over. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out and fire tonight.
Yeah, and the Jet Ski Place Spotlight Player of the Game, number 34, Cameron Sievers, the coach said about him, he said he's been a 3-year starter for us, and in my opinion, he's one of the best two-way football players in the state. I mean, Coach Boyer loves this kid. Keep an eye on number 34 tonight. See what he does.
Yeah, and he is a specimen. He's going to be all over the place, both sides of the football. We're excited to see that. Now, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, Chris is going to talk with Versailles head coach Warren Seitz, and we'll tell you about the Tigers and how they can get past the Week 1 rough start after this.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine, the Jet Ski Place, with over 30 years experience, is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the Jet Ski Place. What are you waiting for?
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Hey, Coach, it is so good to see you again. How was your off season?
My off-season summer, it was good. You know, we've continued to work on football stuff, but other than that, it's been great living down here, and I've really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. It's, I think, your 28th year of coaching, second year at Versailles, and you're getting things installed. You had a game last week. Didn't go the way you wanted it to go. A few too many mistakes.
Yeah, physical mistakes and mental mistakes. You know, we had an interception, fumble, and then we had too many mental mistakes to win and penalties. So, unfortunately, it did not go our way. So, we're looking to bounce back tonight.
Absolutely. I give you a little umption there. So, this Warsaw team that you're playing tonight, I mean, 9-2 last year. They had a really good season. They got a lot of players coming back.
Yeah, they really do. And I know their quarterback did not come back, he was a really good player. But Boyer is going to be fill in for him really good, and he's going to be a good player for him. So it's going to be a tough game for us tonight.
Yeah. What do they do that you need to stop?
Run. They like to run the ball. They'll get in the shotgun, but two backs, and quarterback will run some, but the running backs are going to hit it up in there hard. So we're going to have to be ready to stop the run.
And then what do you want to do against this Warsaw team?
Run, but we've been saying that now for a little over a year, but we really need to continue to try to run the ball better. We've made a couple personnel changes on offense as far as the carries and stuff like that, who's going to get the carries. So hopefully it works out for us.
Excellent. Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Man, in case you didn't know by looking at him, he played some football.
Yeah.
He was the starting quarterback at the University of Missouri for the Mizzou Tigers, and then a little bit of time, I think, at the tight end position.
In the NFL,
In the NFL. So he's been around the game for a while, and, of course, he was a coach in Kansas and basically won every accolade and award that you could. He won a state championship, I think, as recent as 2019, right?
Yeah, I wrote it down
level.
here. So he won the state championship in 2A in 2019 in Kansas. He was named the All-Class Kansas Coach of the Year in 2019. He won 7 league championships, 8 playoff appearances, and 5 district titles while he was in Kansas. So this guy can coach. Warren Sites is awesome.
He's in Hall of Fames all over the world. So
just like you.
Yeah, right. And he's on his way. He's really working on, now that he's here in Versailles, changing the culture, and he's working on that, and I think he's on to something.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at Versailles, Chris, their stud, the freshman from a year ago, now a sophomore, Reese Murdoch. He's the Dockside Marine, the jet ski play spotlight player of the game for what he did last year. You see his numbers there. Unbelievable. 67 catches, nearly 1,000 yards, 8 scores, all as a freshman. And then last week, he was held in check, just 3 catches for 43 yards. And you see his long list of accolades there on screen. Come to find out, he's not even dressed tonight, so he's not going to play.
Yeah, that's got to hurt Versailles.
And that's going to be a lot more pressure put on their quarterback, the junior, Ryder Williams. He's going to take over. Last year, of course, you remember Adam Ratcliffe, who's graduated. And so Ryder's going to have to really play well tonight. He's without his favorite target. And then, of course, their tailback, Tyrus Allison, also a junior. He was brilliant at times last year. And so Versailles really going to rely on those two guys tonight. And you heard Coach Sites say it in the interview. He talked about it this week. Last week against Knob Noster, 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
And they came at terrible times, and that's really what shot them in the foot. They never got any rhythm going, and so they're going to have to protect the football if they're going to be able to weather the storm and stay close, because this Warsaw team is for real.
Yeah, and the one thing about Versailles is they're one of the smaller schools in the Tri-County Conference, one of the smaller schools against other teams that they play, so they don't have a whole lot of depth. There's not a ton of depth on that roster. They can't afford to have too many injuries like to Reese Murdoch tonight. They're really going to miss him. And then, so you notice that Coach said during the pregame interview, I asked him, what do you want to do? He says, we want to run tonight. Well, one of the reasons why they want to run is because they're not going to have Reese.
Yeah, you're not kidding. So we're going to take a break. We're going to stay with you and direct our attention to the field for tonight's national anthem. Love the national anthem here from the Versailles Tigers band, and so we're getting close to kickoff. It's going to be wild because you mentioned it right before the national anthem that it's already one of the smaller schools, and they've really had the injury bug hit hard. We already told you about Reese Murdoch, who's really their star player as a sophomore. He is one of the top talents in the state of Missouri at this level. Unreal, and he's out. But also Michael Vansel, the senior, and he's really an anchor on the line both ways. He's got his foot in a boot. He was visiting the team today on his way to, I believe, an appointment. I saw a picture on Facebook, and so I didn't realize how depleted this Versailles Tigers team. On the flip side, it's a great opportunity for a guy like Tyrus Ollison or Ryder Williams to have a breakout game and show you, hey, we are a team that even though we're struggling with some depth, we got playmakers. We got guys that are ready to step up and make plays on behalf of their teammates, and so those opportunities are always exciting.
Yeah, this is it's going to be a David Goliath kind of thing going in. Everybody expecting Warsaw to win this game tonight. Coming off a 9-2 season, Versailles comes off a 1-9 season. Warsaw's healthy. Versailles has some key injuries tonight. So right now, heavy favorite has to be Warsaw going in. But that's why they play the game. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. And Versailles has some athletes on that team.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not counting Versailles out. Not everybody thinks Warsaw's going to win tonight. If anybody could put a couple of tricks in his bag and pull them out tonight, Coach Seitz would do it. And you're not kidding. When you talk about some athletes, Tyrus Ollison and Ryder Williams, both in their own right, are incredible.
Yeah, two of the best athletes really in the state, those guys. I mean, we've seen them on the basketball court too, and they are really good. They're going to have to come up huge tonight.
And also, I always kind of have a soft spot for the Versailles Tigers.
Why?
Because I graduated from here. This town has been so good to me. These people have done so much for me. And so I will always be indebted. This will always be my hometown. So shout out to all of Versailles, all of my former teachers and classmates and friends out there watching. I love Versailles. And, of course, it's always exciting just getting to be around Lake area football. This is Lake TV's 10th season covering high school football.
And you've been here for every one of them, right?
Every single year. And I've missed 4 games over the last 10 years, 2 of which was the year Brinley was born. So 4 games that I missed. I don't think they missed me much. But it's good to be here in Versailles, Missouri for tonight's game of the week. It's Warsaw. It's Versailles. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we are getting closer to kickoff.
Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie
and Jesse Falstich,
broker and owners
of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the Water Tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Serdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Serdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Serdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Serdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Serdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
And we are back, and believe it or not, Versailles taking their sweet time getting to the field. They still have yet to run on, and you're supposed to be on the field with 3 minutes left on the pregame clock. And as they come, it's all exciting, but there's already a penalty flag at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
Ricky Smith, our chief engineer and production manager in the truck, has told us that they have been issued a penalty for not being out on the field on time. So as they solve this and work through this, we conclude our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, and really exciting things going on with COMC. Chris, you see they've got their new clinic, their recovery center, their community center there on the Strip. We're going to have Kelly Miller on, their CEO, in a couple of weeks on Cup of Coffee to talk about all they're doing.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah.
We absolutely love Central Ozarks Medical Center. They've been not just a huge partner for Lake TV and allowed us to grow so aggressively the last couple of years, but what they're doing for the schools, what they're doing for the local communities, and really, they say your health is our mission. They mean it, because regardless of insurance or ability to pay, they get you set up and they get you quality, reliable health care for you and your entire family, and they are nothing short of a blessing for the lake area.
Yeah, I tell you what, and they're growing too, because they've got a brand new place in Laurie, in the Laurie Mall. As you mentioned, now they're on the Strip, right? And they were in Osage Beach and Camdenton and Richland before that. So a lot of different locations you can find Central Ozarks Medical Center. We call them COMC.
Sideline and give you your options if there's an option to be made. Okay. The last thing I'll tell you, players, is when you're downfield block, and lead with your hands, not your head. All right. Okay. And just as a reminder, here on Versailles for not being out here on time. Okay. So coaches, you're dismissed.
Okay. Good luck, guys. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, Warsaw, you're the visitor today. Heads, tails, tails, heads. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails, he said. The tails. If I drop it, will we flip it? It is a head. He won the toss. Defer. The tails wins the toss. We're going to defer. You want to receive, right? You want to receive. If you pick now, you can have tails and set hand.
So Versailles wins the toss, Chris, and I don't know. Do they elect to receive, or are they going to defer?
They're going to wait till the second half to take the second half kickoff, it looks like. And as you mentioned, you heard the referees talking. I mean, how rare is it that you get to go into the coin flip huddle before the game and hear that there will be a penalty assessed against Versailles because they were late getting out on the field. And I think that was by design. That was not something Coach Seitz didn't plan to do. That was apparently part of his pregame, get the guys ready to go talk.
You got a resume like Coach Warren Seitz. I don't question it. Any move that man makes, I bow to my sensei.
Plus, he's a former NFL player, so, you don't want to give him too much guff anyway. By the way, he has been on the Lake TV Community Spotlight Show. Coach Warren Seitz, great stories. So you go to Lake TV's YouTube page, find that interview if you want to learn more about Versailles football coach Warren Seitz, a great, great guy.
If you guys aren't plugged into Lake TV, now is the time. You probably know us if you're watching from our high school football coverage, but oh, baby, we've got a lot for you. Go to our Roku channel. You can watch our live channel, watch us on demand. Also, check us out on Facebook, over 45,000 followers. Check us out on Instagram. You can also check us out at mylaketv.com. You might be watching us on Como Connect Channel 90 here in Versailles country. And, of course, on the Android platform, you can check out our brand new streaming device or streaming app on your smartphone now, and that'll be coming to iPhones soon. So Lake TV, we're out there, Chris, and we are just scratching the surface on what we're about to be doing here over the next couple of years.
We come off a shootout where our viewer numbers were just outrageously high. So, a lot of people have found Lake TV, and it's thanks to you viewers. We thank you so much for tuning in and watching high school football or watching a cup of coffee with Will and Chris from Slumberland Furniture. We appreciate you, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. And guess what, Uncle Chris? It's time for football in Versailles now. As you see, they're at the 25-yard line. Set to kick is Shane Poyser. Kicks it. That's fielded by Sievers at about the 31-yard line. He has an open hole across midfield. There he goes inside the 40 all the way up to the 33-yard line of the Tigers before being taken down by number 32, Justin Ritter. So, boy, special teams just a little sloppy. That penalty does come back to bite the Tigers, and Warsaw starts with it 1st and 10 at the Tiger 33-yard line.
Yeah, and you can tell just looking at these teams, Warsaw, of course, didn't have to play last week. They don't have the bumps and bruises that, like Versailles has coming into tonight. This is their first game, but the other side of the coin on that is, will they be making a lot of mistakes tonight because it's their first game?
Boyer now out of the shotgun. Inside handoff, big hole. First down yardage inside the 20 and taken down. That's Garrett Ferguson, I believe. Actually, that's Whitaker, the senior, number 1, and he has a big gainer. That's the New Spring Wellness Center first down, and just like that, Warsaw inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Everything coming up roses here early on for Warsaw. Nice run back on the kickoff, and the first play rips it down the field for a first down.
Back out of the gun now. Boyer takes the snap, hands it Reed, sweep read well by the Tigers. Nothing doing there as Versailles all over it. Nice job by the Tigers defense. Bagley with the carry, and he goes nowhere. Actually, he loses a yard, going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, great job. I mean, that first play kind of seemed like Versailles was a little shell-shocked, but they came to on that play. Good defense out there on the edge. Good stop for a loss.
So 2nd down and 11 now. You see Warsaw, although they line up out of the shotgun like a lot of teams do, they put guys in motion, and it's kind of hard to spot the football. Boyer now going to go outside and keep it, and he's going to be taken down. Really nice job on the play. Gavin Brantley the senior. Great pursuit. Another loss on the play, going to bring up 3rd down and 12. So the Tiger defense now responds after a big gainer.
Fantastic. 2 in a row tackles for loss for this Tigers defense. Good job after that first down on the first play, where they've actually put them back a little bit. If they can get a nice stop here, maybe force a field goal attempt.
Yeah, don't see a ton of field goals either. So for the Tigers, they got to be feeling good, and they got to be eager to get a stop here. So 3rd down and 12, ball's just inside the 20. Boyer out of the shotgun. Read option, he's going to keep it as a whole, and he's going to be taken down just shy of 1st down yardage. And now we've got our veterinary penalty flag comes in, so we'll wait and see what happens here.
Yeah, they found that hole. That was the same hole they ran to get the first down, but we've got a penalty here.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding against the Wildcats and negate that nice run by Boyer, our veterinary penalty flag, and that may push them back outside the red zone.
Yeah, that was a big call for the Tigers there that helps them out. Looks like it brings it back basically to the same place it was before.
Yeah, Tayton Boyer, really nice read option, had the hole, and that explains why there was such a big hole. And so that is certainly going to back him up to about the 22-yard line, bring up 3rd down and about 15 now for Warsaw.
Yeah. So they'll redo the 3rd down.
Boyer now. Little pump fake, looking for the end zone. Has Sievers there, and he catches it. Oh. Touchdown, Cameron Sievers. Beautiful pump fake, and Sievers runs right past the defender. So a 23-yard strike from Tayton Boyer to Cameron Sievers. And so Sievers comes in after a huge year last season, was tonight's Jet Ski Play Spotlight Player of the game. And in his first drive, it's Boyer to Sievers from 23 yards, and Warsaw goes up 6-0.
What a pass, too. He dropped that right in there. Perfect throw.
Logan Gemez now on to attempt the extra point, the hold, the kick. It's low, and it is no good. So after a missed extra point, your score 6-0. And let's get one more look at this beauty. Beautiful throw and nice catch by Sievers.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
We welcome you back here on Lake TV, and Warsaw wastes no time. Chris, they get a short field to start with, and of course, as you just saw, the 23-yard strike, and really Sievers is fast, but that was a perfect throw from Boyer. I mean, that went right in the breadbasket. I might have even been able to catch that if I would have been able to get to it.
You know, we had questions going in because Warsaw lost their All-State quarterback from last year, but Boyer looking good so far.
That's a heads-up play by Allison, I believe, for the Tigers, because that was a little sneak short onside, squib style, and it bounces at about the 40-yard line, and Allison wise to fall on it. And Versailles now, good field position here at the 40-yard line, Chris, so we get our first look at the Tiger offense.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just good coaching from Warren Seitz to have his team prepared for something like that, because that could have been a huge game changer if Warsaw would have been able to jump on that and get the ball right back.
So here's our first look at Ryder Williams now. He hands it to Allison, tries to get outside, nothing doing. First man there, beautiful. Number 15 for Warsaw, Drake Morrell, the sophomore.
Boy, I tell you what, this Warsaw defense on that first defensive play, man, they looked pretty salty over there, didn't they?
Yeah, and I mean, that's just a play that Warren Seitz loves. We saw it a lot last year. Out of the gun, the delayed handoff, and Warsaw wasn't fooled. Now 2nd down and long. Williams hands to Allison, shakes past the first, but not the second. Holding on underneath the pile for the Wildcats. That's number 19, Nick Bagley, does it on both sides. He was an all-conference player last year on both sides. Warsaw had 4 players that were all-conference on both offense and defense.
Yeah, I mean, they 9-2. When you have a 9-2 season, you have several of those players. It looks like they have a few more this year that's coming back. So, but I tell you what, Versailles cannot afford to lose ground on plays. That was a nice 4-yard gain on the last one.
Little read option here. Williams keeps it, and nice hit by Bagley again. And he got excited. He's going to have to keep his cool, that being Nick Bagley, because he got right over Williams and got a little excited. No call, so 4th down and 6 now.
Yep.
Punt situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, unless they go for it, but at this part of the field, that you wouldn't think so, and they're lining up to punt the ball. Hopefully they can get a good long punt and not give Warsaw a short field like they had on their first drive that resulted in a touchdown.
Ryder Williams back to punt. Off the side of the foot. And that is touched prematurely. Jackson Gideon, the senior, should have let it bounce, but Versailles downs it at the 33-yard line, and Warsaw now back on offense. And early on here, just 4 minutes and 22 seconds into the game, Warsaw up with the 6-0 lead and the football.
So on the first drive, Warsaw scored a touchdown, but actually Versailles stepped up and played it pretty tough after there were just 2 big plays for Warsaw on that touchdown drive. We'll see what the Tigers can do here.
Hand off, and good running room up the middle. That's Whitaker.
Good gain of 7-8 yards on that. And one thing I've seen from the Tigers early on defense is they've got to tackle. They cannot miss tackles against this Warsaw team. Good run though, man. He really scampered across the ground, low gravity on that one.
Boyer now to Whitaker, who runs into a wall. Brantley met him in the backfield. He is able to fall forward, that being Whitaker, but Gavin Brantley, the senior, says no siree, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and this is big. Now, on the last 3rd down, the only 3rd down of the game for Warsaw, they threw that 23-yard touchdown pass. They're going to have a 3rd and about 1 here to keep this drive going. But remember, Warsaw is supremely confident running the ball. If they don't get this on 3rd down, don't be shocked if they don't go for it.
Watch on the top of your screen here. You got Sievers lined up against Jackson Gideon. That's going to be a shot, and they're able to draw the Tiger offside. Automatic 1st down, and that is an our veterinary penalty flag and an automatic New Spring Wellness Center 1st down.
Yeah, and that, again, that's a sign of really good coaching there. Coach Boyer has, the team knew the situation, and the quarterback got him to jump offside, get the 1st down. Really, really smart play from Warsaw there to get the 1st down. The 2nd 1st down of the game for Warsaw.
So 1st down and 10, just shy of the 50. Boyer now taking a shot for Sievers and overshoots him. He had him. He was streaking wide open, and that's a matchup we're going to keep an eye on because Jackson Gideon, he's got his work cut out for him lined up against Cameron Sievers. He already got the 1 touchdown, and that would have been another had Boyer been a little more accurate.
Yeah, he was open. He had about 5-6 yards open there. Boyer couldn't quite get it to him. That's tough, being a defensive back out there on an island like that. I'll guarantee you I couldn't cover that guy for, 2 yards and he'd be free for me. So that's tough out there.
No doubt, and it's also tough because you're stacking the box. to protect against the run, and so you have no help over the top except for one free safety, and he's got to be cheating towards Sievers, in my opinion. So here's the carry to the left side. Boyer now shakes off the first tackle. There's a fumble, and it's recovered by Williams. Ryder Williams, Johnny on the spot. And for the Tigers, Cage Pritchett, the senior, puts his helmet on the football and forces a turnover. And the Tigers now are going to have it 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line, and they needed that.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Tigers, to get that turnover, because Boyer was rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. He picked up about 9-10 yards when he got hit and lost the ball. Huge turnover for Versailles.
The senior, Cage Pritchett, forces the fumble, and Ryder Williams falls on it. We'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Back just in time to see Allison get the carry from Williams, and he's bottled up after a modest gain of 1. So get another look here. You're going to see Pritchett come up from his position and boom, just puts his helmet on the football, and Williams, Johnny on the spot. That was a really nice job because Cage Pritchett, he was outside of that play, getting blocked. He was able to shake off the block, and it's the way you want to tackle. Put your helmet on the football. And it pays dividends here. Versailles now has to capitalize.
That
Williams.
was a good, smart football play.
Out of the gun into the flat has Pritchett. Let's reward the young man for the play defensively. And he has a nice 6-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. And those are the kind of plays for Versailles. Make perfect sense.
Absolutely, and we get the first pass from Ryder there, and he shows his arm. I mean, that was a nice, good, zippy pass right on target, and it makes this 3rd down doable. It's 3rd and about 2 yards to go for the Tigers here. And one of the keys for the Tigers tonight, if they're going to have a shot to win this game, is to keep the chains moving, to keep getting first downs, to do some ball control and keep it away from Warsaw.
Williams now to Allison. He sidesteps the first defender, and he's taken down for a modest loss. Interesting call there. 73 for Warsaw with the stop. It's going to bring up 4th down and short. And really, I mean, Warren Sites has no option. You got to get the ball out of Williams' hand quick, because Warsaw, they're coming off the line of scrimmage like they're shot out of a cannon. They're bigger, they're deeper, and so you got to give your quarterback a chance to get in rhythm. Some of those short completions. Like to see more of that here. 4th down and 3.
So are they going to go for it, or are they going to do a quick kick?
We'll see.
Ooh, boy, I tell you what.
Interesting decision there.
He barely got that off.
That's caught again at the 35, Chris, and that's twice on punts so far that Versailles has caught it without letting the ball bounce and go further into Warsaw territory. That's something Coach Seitz he's over here on the sideline shaking his head. Those are things these guys should know, but Chris, you kind of give them a little bit of grace being the first home game of the season. You're back here, your friends and family and hometown, but they got to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely, because like on that one, if they let the ball bounce, it could have bounced 10, 15 yards and backed up Warsaw a lot further.
There's a handoff up the middle. Nice pursuit by the Tigers. Nick Bagley with the carry. And, I mean, when you look at it, Versailles had it at the 46, then Warsaw gets it at the 35. So you gain about 19 yards and you lose the football. Of course, you didn't plan on the short punt. 4th and 2, roll the dice. Give your team a chance to give your defense a break. They've been out here an awful lot already here in this first quarter.
You know, that's a really good point. I mean, Warsaw loves to run the ball. They've got some big, strong, physical guys. If you let them just keep pounding you, it's going to wear that defense out. And again, the Tigers, when they get the ball, they have got to maintain, get some first downs, maintain drives.
So on 2nd down now, little read option action. Boyer with the carry. Flag comes in from the secondary. Nice piece of running by Tayton Boyer, but we do have an our veterinary penalty flag comes in from the back judge. We'll wait and see if this is in the vicinity of holding or maybe a legal block in the back against the Wildcats. So those are veterinary penalty flags, Chris. They're going to sneak up on you. And for Warsaw, they're headed in the wrong direction here.
Well, and this is the second big penalty against the Wildcats. They had one earlier that was a big gainer, almost was a first down. Here, same thing. Big penalty backs them up, and they'll do 2nd down in about 13 here after that big penalty. And it was a very positive play for Warsaw until the penalty.
So on 2nd down and long, backed up to their own 32-yard line here. Versailles an opportunity to get a stop here and get the football back into the offense hands. Going to be a design run to the outside. Boyer able to keep it going, but Versailles all over it after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Boyer does a nice job getting what he has there because that could have been taken down for another loss, and Boyer, real patient, gets about 5 or 6.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. He's a big, strong kid, but Versailles cannot afford to miss tackles. There was just an arm grab. That was a missed tackle there, and finally they get him to the ground, but the Tigers defense cannot give this Warsaw team those extra yards like that. This makes it a 3rd down and about 8.5 or so. Big 3rd down. So far on 3rd downs for Warsaw, they've been very good. They scored a touchdown on 3rd down.
No doubt. 3rd down and 8. Minute 35 left in the opening quarter tonight. The Versailles crowd making a little noise here. Boyer out of the shotgun. Little pump fake. Has his man. Beautiful throw and nice adjustment, and that is completed. Long gainer here, and that's Ty Williams-Pritchett, the sophomore for Warsaw. That's a long gain there.
What a nice pass. I tell you what, Boyer has proven he's more than just a running quarterback. He has got a great arm, and boy, I tell you what, he throws it up there and lays it right in for the receivers.
41 yards on the New Spring Wellness Center first down, and you mentioned it, they've been good on 3rd down, and again a conversion. So with a minute 23, they're knocking on the door with a 6-0 lead.
Wildcats 3 for 3 on 3rd down so far in this game.
Versailles, they're trying to contain, but those 3rd downs will get you. Nice move here by Boyer before being gang tackled. Allison and Brantley in on the stop for the Tigers. And that's about a gain of 8 as the Wildcats inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. They've got it 2nd down and 4 from the 15-yard line.
That was a pretty run. We got to see it from behind where he made a cut to the left to shoot through a hole there, and just a smooth runner. He's got a really smooth gait.
So inside a minute to go here in the first quarter, Warsaw has it. 2nd down now. Versailles defense, they need to come up with a stop.
Stop or a turnover. They've gotten 1 turnover in this game. They might need a couple more.
Boyer with a read to action. Keeps it himself inside the 5 to the house. Touchdown. How about that? Tayton Boyer, the read option, fooled everybody on the defense. Creative play. Really good finish, and Tayton Boyer to the house. Really nice run there, Chris.
Yeah, it really was. And again, I mean, he had a lot of running room there, but when he does get hit, he just fights right through it and goes in standing up.
Boyer 16 yards on the ground, and Warsaw up 12-0. And I think they'll probably go for 2 here, try to make it an even 14.
Yeah, the kick earlier didn't look too good, so they've been running pretty efficiently. See if they can run it in and get the 2-pointer here.
Yeah, Boyer out of the gun. Watch that Sievers kid, top of your screen, Cameron Sievers. Now we've got an Our Veterinary penalty flag here.
Penalty flag on the field. False start against the Wildcats.
Well, that helps Versailles a lot. That backs Warsaw up 5 yards there and makes this a lot more difficult. We'll see if they still go for 2 or if they bring in the kicking game here.
Well, if kicker struggled from closer, I don't see him having any more luck. They're going to have to probably go for 2. And, you know, at the high school level, it is so hard to develop a kicking game.
Yeah, it is.
You just don't see high school teams very often have a field goal kicker you feel confident, you know, and that is such a big part of the game.
Yeah, and the big programs do it fairly well, but it's tough for smaller schools.
Swing pass out into the flat. That's not going to work. Nice pursuit, and the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So 12-0 Warsaw, 27 seconds left in the first. We'll take a commercial break and be right back after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
And we're back here as Cohen Walton set to kick for the Wildcats. Warsaw leads 12-0. A little onside action. That's not going to go 10 yards. So it's going to be an illegal touch by Warsaw. Or I guess they don't touch it, so it's just going to be Versailles football. 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 46-yard line. So Warsaw trying to get creative with their kicking game so far, and both times the Tigers have had great starting field position.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a gift for the Tigers to get the ball here on the other side of the 50-yard line. Great field position here toward the end of this first quarter. And really, Warsaw has pretty much dominated this first quarter, but they're only up 12-0. Versailles still very much in this thing if they can get their offense moving, and they really need to give their defense a rest.
Yeah, slow start for them, but it is early. Here's Williams now, and how about that play? Unbelievable pursuit for the Warsaw Wildcats. Drake Morrell, 3 Tigers were out there. None of them could block him. He gets clean run to the quarterback and takes Williams back for a 6-yard loss. Not the way they wanted to start this drive.
No, and the Tigers, the way their offense is struggling and without, well, you know, a couple of their top players with injuries, they can't afford those losses.
So that concludes our first quarter of play. Warsaw up 12-0 in this quarter break presented by Our Veterinary, and we are proud to announce we've partnered with Our Veterinary this year. Every quarter break, we have partnered with Our Veterinary to do a free spay and neuter through Ozarks Cat and Canine and Sunrise Beach. The best way to lead to less stray cats and dogs is to have your pet spay and neutered. So thanks to our friends at Our Veterinary for providing another free spay and neuter. We'll be back after this.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at Our Veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our Veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Ed, we are back, and yeah, we're real excited about Our Veterinary. They've partnered with us, Chris, and 3 times a game they're giving away a free spay and neuter. That's over $100 value.
Wow.
Every single quarter break this season. Williams now over the middle and didn't have a lot of time. He was under duress and he was looking for his target over the middle of the field, but nothing doing. Going to bring up 3rd down and 16 now from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, they got great field position to start this drive after the kickoff, but lost big yardage on 1st down. That was 2nd down, and they're going to have to figure out how to move the ball. They haven't been able to do so. No 1st downs yet in the game for Versailles, not one.
It's coming on 3rd down and long now. Williams takes the snap, little swing pass to Allison now. He makes a nice cut and falls forward for a modest gain of 2. Warsaw's defensive pursuit is absolutely relentless, and they are all over. Every time a Tiger gets outside or touches the football, it looks like there's Warsaw players surrounding him.
Yeah, nice little play there. They picked up some yardage, at least some positive yardage, but they just cannot afford to lose ground like they did on that big 1st down loss there.
Yeah, you're not kidding, and they're going to need a good punt here from Ryder Williams as Cameron Sievers waits at his own 18-yard line, and once he touches the football, he could go every single time. Calls for the fair catch, and Sievers makes it. Oh, and there's going to be one flag and very nearly another late hit, so there is an our veterinary penalty flag on the field. So as they mark this off, Chris, if you're the Tigers at this point in time, you're depleted, you know, it's not been a great start, you got to get your kids to keep their heads up and say, hey, it's early, let's keep battling, because you'll learn a lot early in the season in a situation like this. And also some of these younger kids on the roster, you're going to get varsity action before you were supposed to get varsity action. Let's see how you handle it. And that's what I always look for in some of these games, is what underclassman, what player that wouldn't get a lot of playing time is going to surprise us.
Yeah. Well, in the last 2 times these teams have played, Warsaw's won both those games by the same exact score, 42-14. Versailles hasn't won in this series since 2016, so they need to get things going here in the 2nd quarter.
Man, Boyer so patient. He's going to be taken down by Williams after a gain of about 8. Nice tackle by Ryder Williams, who's slow to get up here for the Tigers. And he is now making his way up, and keep an eye on him. He's trying to stay in there, it looks like. Tough kid, we know that. He comes from it, or by it naturally. Of course, the younger brother of Kobe Williams, the all-state stud here from the Tigers.
You saw on the replay there, he made the tackle, but he went over backwards and everybody came down on top of him, and boy, that does not feel good.
But he shakes it off. He's still out there for a 2nd and short. Boyer now takes the snap, hands off. That's going to be 1st down yardage, a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. Once again, that's Nick Bagley with the carry. So you've seen a lot of Gage Whitaker and you've seen a lot of Nick Bagley, both senior backs that share time in the backfield, both very effective so far.
Yeah, good strong run there. This offensive line for the Wildcats opening some holes. They've had some good runs so far in this game. They've had a couple of big penalties that brought a couple of those runs back, but that is 4 1st downs for the game now for Warsaw, none for the Tigers.
1st down carry up the middle. That's Gage Whitaker, the senior. He's got about 4 or 5 yards on the 1st down carry. So for Warsaw, they love to pound the rock, as we said in the pregame show, and with the 2-score lead here, you know, they're going to love to burn this clock, continue to keep it on the ground, and then when you least expect it, they're going to be looking for Sievers on a fade. So if you're Xavier Gideon for Versailles, you have to be ready, or sorry, Jackson Gideon, because Sievers, he's so quick, and if you get caught napping, he's going to be 10 yards past you.
Well, and we've already seen that a couple of times tonight, and Boyer, not just a good runner, but a great thrower for these Wildcats as well.
Here's Boyer now trying to get outside. He slips and then taken down for a loss. Nice job by the Tiger defense. Back there leading the way for Versailles, Trace Murdoch, the senior, got first contact on him, and they lose about 3.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Great defensive play there for the Tigers, pushing them back 3 yards, makes this 3rd down about 3rd and 7 or 8. It's going to make this tough. So far on 3rd down, Warsaw 3 for 3 on third down so far in the game. This is usually about the time when they pull out that pass play, and so far they've been dead on with that accuracy.
Yeah, and man, Sievers, it's interesting to see a wide receiver wearing number 34, especially at this day and age.
Yeah.
Everyone loves those single-digit numbers, or, you know, in some instances you'll see the 80. So we have a timeout. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV's Game of the Week.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine the Jet Ski Place, with over 30 years experience, is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait, or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the Jet Ski Place. What are you waiting for?
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
And we're back here on Lake TV. And Chris, you know what question I'm thinking? And I hate to get too far ahead of myself, but anytime we come to Versailles, you know all I can think about?
Yeah, Mexican food after dinner.
Yeah.
Or after the game, I mean.
Are we doing Veracruz after dinner tonight?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sounds to me like the truck says yes.
The crew wants to.
Ricky and Andrew are in charge. So third down and long here. Boyer now has Sievers, catches it inside the 40, little shimmy, tries to get outside, he does, inside the 20, finally taken down from behind. He's all the way up to the 17-yard line. We have a horse collar coming. That's a 45-yard New Spring Wellness Center first down from Tayton Boyer to Cameron Sievers. We've said that before.
Yep.
45 yards, and just like that, they'll tack on the Our Veterinary penalty flag, half the distance to the goal, inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. Warsaw has it first down, and I think goal to go distance.
Yep. It's taking it inside the 10. What a great pass you saw on that replay there. Just a dead-on accuracy from Boyer to Seaver. Great cut from Seaver, and you saw the horse collar tackle at the end that brought that penalty.
Yeah, but kudos to Hunter Chamberlain rushing downfield to catch Sievers from behind and prevent him from scoring. So first down and goal. The give up the middle. Isaac Waller gets first contact.
Good job from the defensive line there.
Yeah, Waller gets first contact and slows down Nick Bagley, who gets about maybe about 2 yards. Going to bring up second down and goal to go. 7:20 left here in the second quarter. Don't forget, it's our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show at the break. Chris and I will catch you up to speed in case you're just tuning in for tonight's broadcast.
Some big passes in this game for Warsaw. 41-yarder, 45-yarder, a 23-yarder for a touchdown.
Here's the handoff to Whitaker, and he's going to be swung down inside the 5. Nice job by the Tigers. Gavin Brantley with the stop, and Gage Whitaker inside the 5, but not to the house, brings up third down and goal.
Yeah, good goal line defense here so far. Couple of plays, the defensive line has come up big on those run plays. Let's see what Warsaw can do on third and goal. They are 4 for 4 on third down conversions so far in this first half.
Yeah, knocking on the doorstep once again, like you said, a perfect 4 for 4.
Yeah.
See if they can convert here. Boyer out of the gun. He's going to call his own number up the middle, into the house, touchdown. Tayton Boyer for the second time tonight with his legs. Takes it to pay dirt in Warsaw. Extends their lead now 18-0 with 6:13 left in the first half.
Good strong run right up the middle. Takes the snap. Offensive line makes a hole for him. Boyer finds it and just drives right in.
Yeah, and that makes the Wildcats now 5 for 5 on third downs. We'll see if they can tack on the extra point here. Cohen Walton. And that one's blocked at the line of scrimmage or nails the back of an offensive lineman. So we'll get another look here at Tayton Boyer. Says, I'll take that to the house.
Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie,
And Jesse Falstich
broker and owners.
of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
And we welcome you back here to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It's our first broadcast of our 10th season covering high school football around the Lake area. And so many people have been part of this over the last 10 years. And most importantly, all you guys watching. And I know there's a lot of people that were watching 10 years ago are still watching.
Yeah.
We got a lot more people watching now than there were 10 years ago.
And you don't look any different than you did 10 years ago. You're still, svelte and
yeah, I'm still.
thin. And
I looked like I was 11 when I started. Now I look like I'm 45, and I've put on about 230 pounds since then.
Oh, you've lost a lot of weight lately.
There's another pooch kick, and that's going to be kick-catch interference, I believe. Should be. Looks like Warsaw's going to get it. There was no fair catch called for, but you do still have to let a player that goes up to get it. I don't think you can nail him like that. However, no penalty flags on the field. Warsaw having it, although the officials are meeting, but on a kickoff situation, if my understanding is correct, the player made the attempt to go up like that. Now, he never got the opportunity to come down with. So is that kick-catch interference? And it's a judgment call because it's pretty bang-bang, Chris.
Well, he was hit before he actually touched the ball, so it should be interference there.
I would think.
It looked like Versailles fell on the ball anyway, but that's not what they're calling. They're still talking about it. There's a lot of confusion on this one. One thing's for sure, I think the Warsaw kicking game needs a little bit of practice, as we've seen tonight. But that pooch kick on that one might pay off for the Wildcats.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I absolutely love this. You hear me talk about it every year we've done this together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand at the high school level why more coaches do not kick a short squib or onside every single time. Most of the time, a kid fields it inside the 15 and gets up to the 35 or 40. You're only giving up 10 yards, but you're getting a chance for possession every single time. And so far, Warsaw has been successful once. And this one looks like it should go back over to the Tigers, but near side official talking with Coach Warren Seitz.
Yeah.
Great camera work down there by Megan Albers. And she'll do just about anything to make things work, won't she?
She is fantastic. This is her first year on the sidelines for us,
well,
I think.
Actually, her first year, she shot our highlights on the sideline, but not live camera. So she said, I'm going to be ready for when that ball and those guys come over to the sideline. She goes, I'm ready.
It looks like they got this call right.
So it is kick-catch interference.
Yeah.
Be a 15-yard penalty. Versailles gets it at the Warsaw 40. They've now got it first down and 10, trailing 18-0 with 6:07 left in the second quarter.
Great job from the officials to sit down, talk about it, and get it right.
Ollison with the carry, nothing doing. Gage Whitaker takes his legs out, and I'm telling you what, Warsaw so sound in their tackling, because you see the way they put the helmet on the lower part of the body or the jersey number.
Yep.
Instead of just trying to bounce off a guy and knock him down, you want to hit him in the midsection, put your helmet on the football. Hard to stay on your feet when you get your legs taken out.
Good coach in there, and not much of a gain on first down for the Tigers. they don't have a first down yet.
Williams now drops back, has some time, takes a shot now, looking for Pritchett. He's got him inside the 20. Nice connection there for the Tigers as Cage Pritchett, the senior, with a big gainer all the way down to the 18, a 21-yard New Spring Wellness Center first down. And now the Tigers for the first time inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone.
Nice route run and great throw from Ryder Williams, right on the money there. Big play, biggest play of the game on offense for the Tigers so far, and they are knocking on the door.
They needed that. Here's Williams now. Option out to Ollison, and really nice piece of hitting. Great pursuit on the play. Braden Shibby. He's a freshman, believe it or not, and he was all over that. That's one of the players that Coach Boyer mentioned as one of the top newcomers this year.
Yeah.
And now you see why.
Well, I tell you what, when you're a coach and you got a freshman out there making hits and plays like that, that puts a smile on a coach's face because you got this kid for 4 years.
Yeah, no doubt. So now it's second down and 13. That went for about a 2.5-yard loss for Hales back at the 19-yard line. Williams now, quick hitter, has his target inside the 20-yard line, and then he's gang tackled there. With his first catch of the night, it's Tristan Albrecht, the junior. Not a whole lot doing, though. Going to bring up third down and long as we get another look from our Crown Power and Equipment instant replay.
I think what we are seeing, though, from this Tiger offense is they're not able to run the ball very well against Warsaw. So in this drive, they've started throwing the ball a little bit, had a little bit of success with that. They need to get a big play on third down. So far, they're 0 for 3 on third down conversion so far.
Third down, slot receiver has some cushion. Under pressure now is Williams, and he is going to be taken down. We do have a penalty flag, and our veterinary penalty flag. The quarterback sack is shared on the play. Huge loss, and I think this is going to be against the Tigers as well.
Well, that was like there was just no chance for Ryder on that one. He was under siege right away.
Yeah, and the loss on the sack is actually going to be greater than the penalty, so they lose the down and the yardage by declining that penalty, and now it's going to be fourth and forever for the Tigers. And, you know, a great positive play on the out pass to Cage Pritchett, which was really nicely done, and then since that moment, Versailles having a hard time getting going. So fourth down and 22.
Yeah, and, you know, it doesn't really do you any good to punt here.
Take a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, you got to take a shot, and they can pick up a first down. They need to get down to about the 7-yard line. They'll have to come up with something big here.
So out of the gun now, Williams has some time, steps up, and he's going to shake a one would-be tackler. Here's Ryder Williams now, just shy of first down yardage, a big gain on 4th and 22. With that, is the equivalent of a pretty solid punt if you down it at the 12. So turnover on downs, and Warsaw takes over with 3:28 to go in the first half, up 18-0.
Yeah, good run from Ryder there. You know, and that's something this Tiger team and Coach Seitz, they're going to have to figure things like this out. Ryder's a great athlete. He's a great runner. Let's get him out in space. Find a way, you know, to let him run the ball, pick up some yardage on the ground, because the regular run game is not working so far for the Tigers.
Yeah, one thing, Chris, when Versailles gets the football back, I'll hold that thought till after this play, but they're going to have to do something different if they're going to continue to pass the football. First down now. Bagley with the carry, good yardage, up to about the 19-yard line for a gain of 6. But what you're seeing is these swing passes and these quick passes. Well, Warsaw's so fast defensively, you cannot throw behind the line of scrimmage. You cannot throw where you're going to lose yardage if you complete the pass. You need 3, 4, 5-yard downfield, quick turnarounds, drag routes, quick slants, and allow Williams to get in a rhythm, gaining 2, 3, 4, 5 yards at a time on short completions. But as you throw behind the line of scrimmage, Warsaw is so fast, you're seeing all these negative plays, even on completed passes. So for Versailles, you need to start pushing it up the field a little bit.
Nice tackle there.
Tackling for the Tigers. How about Trace Murdoch, the senior? Gets big and beautiful piece of tackling, going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 here for Warsaw.
We've mentioned it before. Warsaw has lived on 3rd downs in this first half. They're 5 for 5, and they've scored 2 3rd down touchdowns in this game. Well, here they are. It's another 3rd down and about 4 yards to go this time. They're backed up kind of in their own territory here. The Tigers, if they can get a stop, get the ball back.
Boyer now out of the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that's knocked. Oh, no, actually he has Sievers in a really nice piece of tackling on the play. Ty Edgar comes up from his corner position and says, no siree. It is a 7-yard gain and enough for a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. But even though it's a conversion, for the Tigers, you got to be pretty pleased because you contained Cameron Sievers.
Yeah, they actually had a good, strong pass rush on that one and forced that throw. It looked like a bad throw.
That's what I was going to say. It looked like it got knocked out of his hand and it was going to be a fumble. Next thing you know, it's a strike to Sievers. So goes to show your eyesight.
You know what, though? I think that was like a Patrick Mahomes no-look pass almost.
It did look like it.
Yeah.
What has Tayton Boyer got that
my goodness
throw going on down there? All right, here's Boyer on the run. He tries to get outside and has a step, and he's taken down from behind, but not until he has another New Spring Wellness Center 1st down on the run. He's got about 12 yards there, and tell you what, Boyer picking up right where their senior All-State quarterback left off a year ago because he's looking good. Already thrown a touchdown. He's already ran for 2 touchdowns, and he's looking like a man amongst boys.
Yeah, and the clock is ticking with just over a minute to go in this first half. If the Tigers defense can get a few stops here, keep them away from that end zone, and go into half fairly close.
Throw into the flat. Great pressure from the Tigers. Gavin Brantley forced the errant throw. He was even being held, and the senior was able to apply enough pressure to force one of the only errant throws we've seen tonight from Tayton Boyer, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, and maybe more importantly for Versailles, if they want to get aggressive, stop that clock.
Yeah, and good job from the pass rush again. On this drive for the Tigers, for the first time in the game, we've seen the Versailles pass rush step up and put some pressure on Boyer.
So 2nd down now. Boyer now going to run to the right side. Good blocking. Nice piece of running. And once again, Tayton Boyer. Positive yardage. Just shy of a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. And now a timeout called by Warsaw. So with 41 seconds left in the first half, we'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
And we are back here as we wind down the first half of action. Chris, and it's Warsaw up 18-0 with the football. 3rd down and short before we head into halftime. And again, don't forget we have our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. We'll take a extended break after the end of the first half, and we'll have about an 8 to 10 minute halftime show for you. So here's 3rd down and short. Boyer now rolls to his left, a lot of green grass. He's going to tuck it and run, and very wisely goes out of the white stripe, stops the clock, and has another New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. He is sharp, isn't he?
Yeah, he is good. So we wondered coming into this game how Warsaw would do after losing their All-State quarterback from last year. They were 9-2 last year. This Boyer kid, he's a typical coach's son. He knows the X's and O's, knows the game, and he's a big, strong kid. I tell you what, he is a gift for this Warsaw team.
Yeah, he seems to be exactly what you need from your field general, as you alluded to. Has great awareness, and, by going out of play there, that was smart. Now he's going to step up. Waits, very patient, tucks it, has first down yardage inside the 30, and steps out at about the 27-yard line. Another 19-yard scamper, and another New Spring Wellness Center's first down as he takes it down to the 27-yard line. Man, he's got to be getting close to the century mark on the ground already.
Yeah, he's looking really good. And again, a good pass rush from the Tigers on the outside. Opened up a hole right up the middle. Boyer took advantage of it and rumbled down the field. And here they are on the, 27-yard line with 23 seconds to go in the first half.
This is a big-time drive for Warsaw, too, because even though you're up 3 scores, getting to run this 2-minute drill in live action is invaluable as you look ahead down the stretch. Boyer now rolls to his right, gonna throw into the flat, has Sievers, nice catch, has first down yardage before being taken down by Ty Edgar in Warsaw. Actually, it's gonna be an our veterinary penalty flag. It's gonna be a hold against the Wildcats, and that'll negate the nice play. Boyer to Sievers, which would have been first down yardage, but instead they'll back it up.
That's a big, big penalty for the Tigers because they had a big play there, a nice pass, and we're moving closer to that goal line. This backs them up. Not only does it take the positive play away, it backs them up even further, and with 16 seconds to go in this first half, this is going to be tough for the Wildcats to go this distance in that short of a time.
All right, so Warsaw now burns their second timeout, and we'll take a commercial break and come back with the last 20 seconds of this first half on Lake TV.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Back here in Versailles, the Tigers down to Warsaw here in the final seconds of the first half. It is 18-0. It's been all Warsaw in this first half. They have not been able to convert on the PATs, though. So 3 touchdowns, no point after touchdown conversions. And here we are, Warsaw with the ball on the 40-yard line, and just 8 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, and they're probably going to take a shot, you would imagine. So surprised Versailles isn't helping a little more here on Sievers. Boyer now steps up, going to roll to his left. Under pressure, he's got to stay behind that line. Throw and great completion, no, incomplete. And that is going to conclude our second quarter with zeros on the clock. So after the first half, it's Warsaw 18, Versailles 0. So as we conclude our second quarter, this quarter break is presented by our veterinary. And I'd like to announce that once again, Lake TV has partnered with our veterinary to give away a free spay and neuter at Ozarks Cat and Canine, $100 value every quarter of the 2022 high school football season. Our veterinary proud to give away another spay and neuter. The best way to prevent more stray dogs and cats is to get your pet spayed and neutered. So we're going to take a commercial break for a few minutes, and when we come back, it's time for your Millard Family Chapels halftime show.
It's now time for the Millard Family Chapel's Funeral Home halftime show. with Will and Chris.
What's going on, high school football fans? Thanks for tuning in for our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show on the Lake TV Game of the Week. We're in Versailles, where Warsaw out in front 18-0, and they really controlled the tempo of that first half. They really dominated all three phases of the game. We kind of expected that, but I didn't think that Versailles was going to struggle as bad to move the football.
Yeah, well, they don't have their big stud, Reese Murdoch, out for this game, injured, and he is the big offensive weapon for this team, and Warsaw's taking advantage of that.
You see the way they get started. We highlighted Cameron Sievers. That was the 23-yard strike. And then you see Tayton Boyer, what he's capable of on the ground, although that time it was Cage Pritchett who forced a fumble, and Ryder Williams with the recovery. So Versailles got the first takeaway, but they didn't do anything with it. Once Warsaw had it back, it was Tayton Boyer, and you see how tough he is running the football, throwing the football, and this one inside the 10 all the way to the house for his first of 2 touchdown scores. Now, Warsaw struggled on the extra points, 2-point conversions. They haven't converted. You see defensively how suffocating this Warsaw team is. It's so hard to get anything going for the depleted Tigers, and then once again you see Boyer just tough as nails and so patient. And you see again, here's one of the ones, that 45-yard strike to Cameron Sievers, and Sievers just continues to impress after an incredible campaign last year. And then once again, it was Boyer on 3rd down and goal to pay dirt. So Warsaw, you said it, Chris, they were a perfect 6 for 6 in that first half, and that was that no-look pass that we're pretty sure he pulled the Mahomes.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I tell you what, this Warsaw team is very impressive in the first half. They have dominated it all the way. They are 6 for 6 on 3rd downs. They've scored 2 touchdowns on 3rd down. On the other side, 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions for Versailles. The Tigers have just 1 first down to 9 for Warsaw. So you can see that the Wildcats have pretty much dominated this thing. It was 12-0 after the first quarter, 18-0 here at halftime. All Warsaw. But the good news for the Tigers is they're not out of this thing yet. You know, they're still within distance if they can figure out how to move the ball on offense.
Yeah, and Chris, you know, I know that Warren Seitz knows football way better than William Holtz knows football, but I just get the sense that these short swing passes and these ones where the guy comes as a hitch right off the line of the scrimmage for a quick pass, you really put your guys in harm's way because Warsaw is that stout defensively. They're quick off the line, they're distinctive, and they hit hard. And so if you're going to keep, like you see there, that's what you need to see. That was 4 or 5 yards down the field. Do that. You do that twice, you have a first down, and you continue to move the sticks. There's Versailles' defense stiffening up a little bit to prevent. But you see there, that swing pass, if it wasn't for Ollison making a nice move, he's dead to rights. And that was the onside kick that very nearly was disastrous for the Tigers. They didn't do a whole lot with it. That was the big pass here to Cage Pritchett on 3rd down and long. It was a strike from Ryder Williams, so you see he's capable of throwing, but there's one of those quick ones. You just can't get anything going when Warsaw is so quick to the football.
Yeah, and in that first half, what we noticed was when the Tigers lose yardage early on a series, they don't have, at least in the first half, they didn't have what it took to overcome the loss of those yards to be able to pick up a first down. They almost had to be perfect. And in this second half, they're probably going to have to be fairly perfect, but they have to find a way to get first downs, maintain ball possession so the defense doesn't get worn out, and of course, obviously, find a way to score and get back into this game. But the good news is they've got some really, really good athletes. Ryder Williams is a great athlete. Find a way to get him out in space, maybe pick up a little, yardage with him running the ball, and maybe that'll open something up down the field to throw the ball. But without Reese Murdoch, that really hamstrings you a little bit. That makes it a lot tougher. And this Warsaw Warsaw team. They were 9-2 last year. They're going to be good again this year. Look out.
Yeah, one kid you'd like to see get involved for the Tigers is Ty Edgar. You know, the senior, he's really solid. You know, he's a weapon out of the slot. They're going to have to get involved because for Versailles, we say you want to give your defense a break, but then you look at the reality, and most of these kids are playing both sides anyway.
Yeah.
So your interior line, like Gavin Brantley and Isaac Waller and Hunter Chamberlain, and these guys, they're out there the whole game, and so they're getting worn out. And so for Versailles, if you can get a little rhythm and get some first downs, it kind of makes that tired, that groggy, that overwhelmingly worn out a little easier to deal with because the pandemonia, the momentum, whatever you want to call it, kind of takes over. And for Versailles, let's see them come out and open up with a solid drive and chip into this 18-point lead. And if they do that from that point in time, who knows? Because for the Tigers, like you said, they've got playmakers. But boy, the takeaway I want to say from that first half that I have is how disciplined Warsaw was. Both sides of the football, great angles defensively, not leaving any room for the edge. I mean, this Warsaw team is well coached, and like you said, look out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and really the only chink in their armor that we saw in that first half was the kicking game. You know, I mean, they need to figure that out as the season goes on, because if you're going to win district championships and have a shot at winning a state, you got to figure out the kicking game. Other than that, there's no weaknesses on this Wildcat team.
Yeah, Tayton Boyer and Cameron Sievers say, just throw it to me or let me run it every time, and then I'll take it in for two. Forget about the kicking game.
This,
Yeah, no doubt about it. So that's going to conclude our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. And Chris, of course, you look at something like Millard Family Chapel's not something you love to talk about or think about, but it's part of life and something we all deal with. And our official and exclusive chapels or funeral home is Millard Family Chapels, and even though their only funeral home down here is in Eldon, they'll come anywhere at the lake and hold a service, anything like that at different locations. And I'm telling you what, dealt with a lot of funeral services, many different ways I've been involved, and they are world class. That's who you want to go with, is Millard Family Chapel. So we'll take a commercial break and come back with the second half on Lake TV.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Serdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Serdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Serdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Serdike
We are
Yamaha,
back.
you'll find
Warsaw
more than
now
just great
set
product.
to kick. That one's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line in a big hole. Nice return to start here for the Tigers. Cage Pritchett with the return to the 44-yard line, and so that's an ideal start for the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. And Pritchett's been a big player for Versailles so far in this game. Had a nice big catch, nice run back there. And the Tigers will start off with great field position, and they need some good things to happen to them. You were talking about it. The thing that can spark, that can make you not tired, get all those that energy flowing, is when good things start to happen, especially if they can score some points.
First down to Ollison now. Nice little hole up the middle with a nice gainer of about 5. And you were mentioning Cage Pritchett's had a good game. He also was the one who forced the fumble, the lone turnover of the game. So he's having himself an all-around nice ball game and a nice start offensively with a 5-yard gain. That's the first down play that's been lacking for Versailles. Like you've said, you cannot go backwards against a defense like this and leave second, third, and long situations. 2nd and 5, Chris, now a 2 to 3 yard pass brings up a manageable 3rd and 2.
That was the best mono-e-mono run of the night for the Tigers. Low snap there.
That was disastrous from the start. Not a lot Williams could do. Goes for a 4-yard loss as Tyrus Ollison bottled up. Nothing doing. It's fortunate for the Tigers that wasn't a turnover. Because that was a rocky exchange between the cornerback and Ollison.
And I think that's the first bad snap of the night for the Tigers. It was low. Good job from Williams to get that snap, but ends up in a big loss.
And number 20, J.C. DePriest, did you see him stay on the quarterback? So Williams had no choice but to hand that football off.
Yeah.
Quick hitter there to Pritchett. He's going to come inside. Nice little move, full head of steam, and makes his way to the 47-yard line, just about a yard shy, but a nice catch and a nice run after the catch. Going to bring a 4th down and 1. And
you go for this?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris, because even if you punt and you gain 20 yards, what do you want? Your opponent who you can't seem to stop to have more time to burn the clock and more field to use, or do you want to? I think you got to go.
This looks like a different Tigers team, though, out of the halftime locker room. Coach Seitz, I'm guessing he chewed a little tail in there because they look a lot better.
Up the middle to Ollison, and he's got a New Spring Wellness Center first down with the run, and really a good call there. It was a quick snap, so you didn't give the defensive line time to get set, and therefore Ollison finds the hole, picks up the couple of yards, and it's going to be another New Spring Wellness Center first down. The Tigers want to add to that, build on that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try a little quick pass, a little play action, a little shot. I mean, the problem is for them, the secondary for Warsaw is stout.
Yeah, Warsaw's stout pretty much everywhere, though. That was a great – they've already got as many first downs in the second half as they had in the first half.
And there's a pass attempt. He was looking for Gideon, and it's going to be an our veterinary penalty flag. I think we got some either illegal contact or pass interference on Warsaw.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gideon went down. He was a little slow to get up. So hopefully he wasn't dinged up on that one. I'm guessing he was interfered with, indeed.
Yeah, and if you're Warren Seitz, you just kind of cringe every time you see one of your guys get up slowly. You can ill afford to have anyone else go down on your roster. You're already, scraping at the barrel trying to fill your roster because you've had so many things happen. One of the things he said, Chris, it's been so hard to find a rhythm because we're having to move guys around to different positions. They're not used to playing, and so we haven't developed a rhythm in practice like we typically would at this phase in the season. Little play action here for Williams. He's going to tuck it and run. A nice piece of tackling. Man, I'll tell you what. They do it out of the backfield, and Gage Whitaker and Nick Bagley are unbelievable as Williams slow to get up.
And this is the second time tonight he's been slow to get up, and he's going to hobble off the field.
His shoe came off, and so if Versailles doesn't call a timeout, they're going to have to throw another quarterback in there, and they will now. Coming in to play quarterback for the Tigers is Tristan Albrecht, the junior. Impressive height, 6'3", and now it looks like Versailles is going to call a timeout. Probably a wise decision from head coach Warren Seitz. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
And we're back on Lake TV, and sigh of relief, and actually no, Williams going to come back to the sideline. I was going to say sigh of relief. I saw number 10 out there, but it's going to be Tristan Albrecht, it looks like, lining up at quarterback. Oh, actually, Tyrus Allison, so Albrecht going to take over at receiver. And actually, it's Pritchett, and he's going to take the direct snap, and he goes nowhere. Just buried in the backfield. Riley Taylor, the junior for the Wildcats, all over him.
Yeah, a little Wildcat action there, and obviously it didn't go anywhere. This Warsaw defense pretty stout everywhere. And Ryder Williams, he was shaking his, shrugging his shoulders when they kept him out the last play. He's like, I'm okay, man. So you see him coming in now. Ryder Williams back in for this 3rd down and 10 play, and this is a huge play. The second half has started off positively. A couple of first downs on this drive for Warsaw.
Williams now, little play action. Going to take a shot. He's got Gideon, and he's going to be interfered with. A rare mistake on the play for Warsaw. Never got his head turned around on the play was the defender, and Gideon did a nice job. You just have to reach out through the defender to show you were interfered with. It's going to be pass interference. Now, unfortunately, at the high school level, it's not a spot foul. Otherwise, Versailles is cooking with a 1st and goal, but what a break for them, and a really nice job by Williams to get this one away. He had a step and just says, yeah, he underthrew him, and that's going to be pass interference on the play. Tayton Boyer, of course, who's good on both sides of the football, an all-conference linebacker, a first-team all-conference linebacker a year ago. He's flagged for the interference. So 1st down and 10 now. The handoff goes to Allison, sidesteps inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line, so a really nice piece of running there. That's about a 7 or 8 yard gain, and inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone are the Tigers.
This is a different Versailles team in the second half, man. I'm telling you what, they're putting hats on heads, and they are making some yardage. This is the first real drive for Versailles of the game. They've got 3 first downs on this drive. They had 1 in the entire first half.
So 2nd down and 2 now from the 7-yard line. Williams takes the snap, going to keep it, rolls to his left, cuts back inside the 5 to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers.
The ball came out late, Chris, it looked like, but it was already across the line, and so the Tigers, they're scoreless no more with 7:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. A great drive for the Tigers, cutting into that Warsaw lead, and like we alluded to during the Millard Family Chapel's halftime show, if Versailles can come out, have a solid drive, that would really change the momentum, and for them, Chris, that's an ideal start to the second half.
Perfect. That's exactly what they needed to do, and they're not out of this game. They are right back in it with that score.
Jackson Gideon in to attempt the extra point. Going to pick up the errant snap. Not able to hold on Ben Peck, but get another look here. Nice piece of running, and watch him just get across the line.
Yeah, he was in. He crossed the goal line before the ball came out. Touchdown.
And we're back on Lake TV for our game of the week. It was 18-0 at half, and Versailles now comes out with an impressive drive on their first chance with the football here in the second half, and they go the distance and they score on a 7-yard touchdown run on the legs of Ryder Williams, which is great because it looked like he may have been hurt, and it was very scary for the Versailles side, and just like that. So now Gideon kicks it away, fielded at about the 20. Look out, that's Cameron Sievers, and a great return up to about the 46-yard line, a 26-yard return just like that, and the Wildcats have it at the 46-yard line.
So the Versailles Tigers came out and did what they needed to do on offense, put a drive together. The first drive of the second half, scored a touchdown to get back in the game. Now the defense going to have to figure out how to stop this Warsaw team. The only way they stopped them in the first half was on a turnover. All their other drives, they got in the end zone, scored touchdowns.
Got to give a shout out real quick to my beautiful wife, Unique, and of course our baby girl, Brinley. I just got word they're at home watching the broadcast, and Brinley's on the edge of her seat right now.
Why wouldn't she be? Oh, there's a
high
ball
snap, takes the snap, and it looks like the Tigers have it. Just like that, they do. How about a shift in momentum? It's an errant snap, unable to hold it in was Boyer and Trace Murdoch, the senior. Johnny on the spot, and the Tigers have it 1st and 10 at the Warsaw 44-yard line.
Yeah, that snap looked a little hot. It was too much for Boyer to handle, and the Tigers jump right on it, and they make the break, and here they go.
How about that, Tiger fans? 1st down and 10 now, and this is the kind of momentum that can, like you said, can kind of take away some of that tiredness and a little movement. So in our veterinary penalty flag, no, it's going to be encroachment on the defense. So automatic 5 yards makes it a little easier here. And now Warsaw going to have to collect themselves, Chris. Still a 2-score lead, but situations like this, you get a little antsy and you never know what happens. So for Warsaw, Coach Boyer probably telling his leaders on the sideline, hey, take a breath. It's all right. We're still ahead.
That's right. And, you know, I'm so impressed with Coach Warren's sights to go in at halftime, have whatever talk he had with this team to get this turned around.
Here's Ollison now with a solid run inside the 30. Lowers his head and lays the boom, and still going down to the 24-yard line. And Warsaw thinks they took the football as Tayton Boyer came out with it, but the whistle had blown, and that's a big gainer. That's about a 16-yard New Spring Wellness Center run for Tyrus Ollison, and he's running with a different authority here in this second half. Look at him continue to run.
Yeah, he lowered the shoulder and ran over that one defender there on the end of that run. This just looks like a totally different Tigers team in the second half.
And Warsaw calls the timeout. Coach Boyer says, all right, it's time to talk this over. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
And we welcome you back to Lake TV for our game of the week. And if you took a little break and you're just coming back, a whole new ball game. The Tigers now hand off to Ollison on first down. Nice piece of running there. He's up to about the 20-yard line. We'll give him 3. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Just every play so far for Versailles on offense in this second half has been a positive play. Offensive line is blowing out that Warsaw defensive line. They're picking up yards on the run game, sometimes big yards. 4 first downs in the second half. They only had 1 for the entire first half, so the Tigers have really turned it around.
Another run to Ollison. Keeps those legs moving, and he's going to be up to about the 16 or 17-yard line, and that's exactly what you want. Positive yardage, going to bring up 3rd down and 3 or 4. Once again, this is manageable.
2 turnovers in the game for Warsaw. That's the only thing that has stopped the Wildcats offense so far is those 2 turnovers. Otherwise, they've been able to put the ball in the end zone, except for when they ran out of time at the end of that first half.
So the Tigers inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, an important 3rd down. Calls his own number on the read option. Williams in trouble and taken down for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Great pursuit and great tackling by Warsaw. Once again making a play is Gage Whitaker, the senior, an all-conference player on both sides of the football a year ago. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 5 after the loss, Chris. And so for the Tigers, big time 4th down here. And for Warsaw, you bend, but do you break?
And Versailles now 2 for 7 on 3rd down conversions, 0 for 1 on 4th down, that in the first half.
Quick hitter to Pritchett, and that's completed down to about the 11-yard line. That is a beautiful play, beautiful pass from Ryder Williams. Great route, great catch by Cage Pritchett. Just like that, a New Spring Wellness Center first down, and the Tigers, they have it 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. And tell you what a conversion on 4th down and 6.
Huge conversion, keeps this drive alive.
We're going to take a commercial break, but don't go anywhere. It's the Versailles Tigers knocking on the door.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine the Jet Ski Place with over 30 years experience is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the Jet Ski Place. What are you waiting for?
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
And welcome back, folks. And I'll tell you what, Uncle Chris and I, we really don't care who wins. We just like to see Lake TV Classic games,
yes,
which means it's
do.
good enough to go into the vault and be pulled back out later as a classic game for you to watch for years to come. And Versailles scores here, Chris. I don't want to foreshadow too much, but we might have another one.
Could be a classic game.
Little play action here. Williams keeps it, tries to get the edge, and taken down by his horse collar. Or was he?
Not going to call it.
No flag on the field, so nothing doing on 1st down for Ryder Williams. Really nice piece of tackling once again for Warsaw.
And you can see how fast that Wildcats defense is, because Ryder Williams is a fast guy, and he couldn't get out around that edge. They shut that down. Good stop on defense, makes it 2nd and 10. And inside the red zone here, they can get a 1st down, though, I believe.
Drake Morrell, the sophomore linebacker, number 15, has been all over the place. And this time, blowing it up for Warsaw, number 58, Riley Taylor, the junior. He read that from the moment the ball was snapped, Chris.
Yeah, no place to go on that run play. It was stuffed up from the get-go there. And good job from Coach Boyer over there on the Warsaw sideline. He called that timeout and had a talk with his boys, and they've come out a lot tougher on this defensive stand here, and this brings up a big third down, and again, about 10 yards to go.
Williams takes the snap. Read option and blown up coming from his slot position, Nick Bagley, the senior linebacker. I said it once, I'll say it again, the reigning all-conference linebacker. Again, reads the play and just so sound tackling are these Warsaw Wildcats. So now it's time for Warren Seitz going to his bag of tricks and see what do you draw up on 4th and 11 from the 12-yard line, because this is crucial for Versailles.
Yeah, and right back, I tell you what, you don't get many chances inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, and Versailles is there right now, but they've been shut down, and here they are on 4th down. They picked up the conversion on the last 4th down.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Nope.
A bad snap, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, an errant play in Versailles. A wasted opportunity to get that much closer to Warsaw, but instead the Wildcats, big defensive stop, and they bend, but they don't break. And so for Coach Ryan Boyer, really good timeout, because once they came back from that timeout, they stiffened up, and Versailles didn't gain another yard.
No, that was tough. And on that last snap, I'm not sure what happened there, but it didn't even get back to the quarterback.
Those are the kind of plays, Chris, that's going to give Coach Warren Seitz nightmares.
Yeah, that gives coaches gray hairs and keeps them up at night.
So on 1st down now. Nice run, not a whole lot doing. Versailles tightening up a little bit defensively as Bagley has a gain of 2.
Who was that down? That was Ollison that was down. He gets up limping a little bit. And Ollison is... He is a key player on this Tigers team. He's trying to stretch out whatever ails him down there. Looks like maybe a sore calf or something. Looks like he's moving a little bit better. They cannot afford to lose any more players.
No, you're not kidding, Chris. They are depleted as is, so they need everyone healthy. Boyer now into the flat, and that one. Nice pass, not a whole lot doing. Having to leave his feet was Bagley. That's going to bring up 3rd down and short for Warsaw.
Yep, good job on the Tigers defense, though. They're making it tough for him. Boyer had some time to find his receiver. Nice little pass out there. I don't know that the receiver had to go down to catch that one. He did, but he probably wasn't going to pick up any more yardage after the catch anyway. So a big 3rd down here. Tell you what, this 3rd quarter is moving fast. We're down to, 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter here.
I'm tasting white queso dip from Veracruz.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down and 4. Boyer out of the gun, takes the snap, going to roll to his left. A lot of pressure, nice sling pass, has his man out of the backfield. There is an R veterinary penalty flag on the field, but a big gainer unless it's negated by the penalty.
We saw a couple of big penalties against Warsaw in the first half that brought back big gains like that. We'll see what the call is here. If it... oh, yeah, it is going to go against Warsaw. It looks like illegal lineman downfield, I think.
Yeah, that was the call. So Versailles catches a break after the big gainer. Boy, did you see that little, sidearm sling?
Yeah.
That was kind of like a Patrick Mahomes style throw, man.
He did that in the first half, too, with a no-look pass that was right on the money. I tell you what, this Boyer kid is really talented.
All I got to say is their senior quarterback from last year, Chris, Brady Slavens, he was an all-state selection, but he must have been really special if this is your next best option.
My goodness gracious, this is what we're seeing from quarterback Boyer for Warsaw tonight is all-state style. And here they're going to punt.
4th down and 8, very nearly blocked. Fair catch called for and made by Pritchett. So Versailles, since it's an illegal man downfield, I guess they had the option to decline the penalty. I don't know exactly how that worked because The yardage gained. Oh, I know what it was. It was an illegal forward pass. The quarterback was past the line of scrimmage, so you lose the down and the yardage. That would explain the punt situation.
Okay. So that was the first punt of the game for Warsaw.
And then the Tigers run into the kicker.
The penalty is on the Tigers. Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
And it wasn't running into, it's a roughing, so that's an our veterinary penalty flag, a personal foul. Huge penalty. That's going to give Warsaw a fresh set of downs with 2:04 left in the third, and that's a backbreaker.
Yeah, first down of the second half for the Wildcats, and Versailles had them stopped, had the ball back, and I didn't even see him get hit back there.
I didn't either. I was watching the impressive punt, and look at this run on the play. Nice piece of hitting from Allison from behind, but Gage Whitaker has a 13-yard rush and another Duke Spring Wellness Center first down in Warsaw. They want to capitalize on their second chance after that personal foul.
Isn't it amazing after you get a break like that and you see Warsaw, all of a sudden they get new life. They had punted the ball. They'd been stopped. They get this break. They get the first down, and on the first play they rip off a big gainer like that. And I'm telling you, high school football is like that. The momentum can change on a dime.
Watch Cameron Sievers, bottom of your screen. Quarterback's going to keep it. Tayton Boyer now. Good run. He's inside the 40, inside the 30, all the way down to the 7-yard line before being pushed out. That is a huge gain, a 51-yard.
Wow.
New Spring Wellness Center first down. Just like that, Warsaw back inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone.
3 plays back, Versailles had Warsaw stopped. They had the ball on the 50-yard line, and that penalty turned everything around. Look where we are now. What a difference.
Unbelievable run right there. Boyer well over the 150-yard mark on the ground, and 18-6. We're inside a minute to play in the third quarter.
Tell you, the Tigers need a big play here. They need to force a turnover or something.
Run up the middle and stuffed by the Tiger defense.
Good job.
Gage Whitaker on the misdirection, but nothing doing.
What a run from Boyer. Man, that kid, he's got all the tools. I'm telling you what, he can run. He's a big, strong kid. He's shown his arm. He's got deadly accuracy. I'm just so impressed with this Warsaw quarterback, Boyer. And I think he's just a junior, isn't he?
Yeah, Boyer is... Nah, he's a senior, so this is going to be his senior campaign, but he was special last year, all conference both sides as a receiver, and then, of course, first team as a linebacker, but he's showing he's looking pretty solid, looking for number 3 and has it on the ground. Johnny on the spot. Tayton Boyer, third rushing touchdown of the night. This one from the 4-yard variety. How about the Wildcats, Chris? Like you said, it was like 4 or 5 plays ago they had it 4th and 8. Punted the football, looked like Versailles was in business. A roughing the kicker penalty extends the drive, and Warsaw wastes no time marching downfield, capped by Tayton Boyer's 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
Just like that. I mean, just if there wasn't that penalty that gave Warsaw the ball back, it could be like 18-14 right now.
Here's Boyer wasting time a little bit, trying to stay on his feet, and he's bottled up and taken down. So the 2-point conversion is no good. The Tigers stiffen up. So with a 2.5 left in the third quarter, Warsaw 24, Versailles 6.
Camdenton. Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie
And Jesse Falstich
broker and owners
of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
And we're back just in time for you to see the kick fielded at about the 31 by a falling Tiger. Nice job by Ty Edgar to field it, and the Tigers back on offense now. First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line. So for Versailles down 3 scores.
Yep.
That's going to conclude. No, there's still 0.8 seconds left. So we got 1 snap left, and then we'll have a pretty cool announcement once again, courtesy of our friends at Our Veterinary. How cool is that?
That is so great what Our Veterinary is doing. They are growing so much. It's just amazing.
And they do it all. Their clinic down here in Lynn Creek, they've also got the one in Laurie. They've got clinics all over the state of Missouri, 7 currently, working on more. But they do everything from boarding to grooming, and then, of course, all of your regular veterinary services, including emergency 24-hour, which is the only in the area that offers emergency overnight. So first down pass was a quick hitter. Errant pass hits the turf and falls incomplete, and you do see Allison on the sideline here for the Tigers without his hat on. So going to bring up second down and 10 after we conclude tonight's third quarter of play. This quarter break presented by our friends at Our Veterinary, and I'm proud to announce that once again Our Veterinary and Lake TV have partnered to provide a free spay and neuter for a pet through Ozarks Cat and Canine in Sunrise Beach. Over $100 value. Our friends at Our Veterinary want to remind you that the best way to limit the amount of stray cats and dogs is to spay and neuter your pet, my friends. We're going to take this break presented by Our Veterinary, and we'll be back on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at Our Veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our Veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
And we're back now on Lake TV to start our fourth quarter of play. It's flown by so
yeah, that third quarter went fast.
But so, you did ask Chris a little bit about the spay and neuter, and Ozarks Cat and Canine in Laurie, they already do spay and neutering over there. And so it's lower cost for people who may not be able to afford those services, but instead of paying the low cost, they're going to open up 3 from each broadcast, and I believe at the end of the football season, they're going to bundle that and then open those up for people. And so such a great community service from our friends at Our Veterinary. So tonight now they've given away 3 free spay and neuters.
Wow. That is greatness.
You think that's cool? Wait till you see what they're coming up with for our basketball season.
Wow, that's coming up fast, too. We just started football, and we're already talking basketball.
A little play action. Has a guy wide open over his shoulder, hauled in, and here he goes all the way down to the 13-yard line. Unbelievable. A 50-yard completion from Williams to Xavier Jones. Nolan, the junior, and that was a strike. Nolan just kept running, and it dropped right in his breadbasket. That's a New Spring Wellness Center first down, and the Tigers back inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. What do you say about that?
What a pass. Great route, too, because he was wide open down there, but he was hit just in stride. Great play. And if the Tigers can put this in the end zone, again, they're not out of this game.
So first down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Williams now has Ty Edgar, tries to get the edge, and he's in no man's land. Warsaw just swarms to the football.
6 first downs for Versailles in the second half. They had just 1 in the entire first half, so they have figured some things out on offense. They've moved the ball pretty well. They've missed some opportunities in this second half, or they could be right there right now, but they need to do something with it this time and keep this game close.
And sometimes, I'll tell you what, your coach can call a timeout at the perfect play, and that's what Ryan Boyer did last time Versailles had it in goal-to-go situation right outside the 10 anyway. Calls a timeout. Next thing you know, Versailles turns it over on downs. Then they rough the kicker, and so this defense has been, but they have not broken very many times tonight. Here's Williams into the end zone, has his man, touchdown, Ty Edgar. What a pass, and that's the second touchdown of the night for the Tigers with 9:55 to go. They're right back in it. It's 24-12, and Williams on that drive, he looked really good throwing the football, Chris.
Yeah, he sure did, and the receivers were great because they were both wide open on the big pass plays. But Ryder Williams nailed them both times with perfect passes. Great job from Versailles to jump back and get back in this game.
How about Xavier Jones-Nolan with the big one, and then Ty Edgar, this senior, with the touchdown catch. So a good answer from the Versailles Tigers. Now they line up to attempt the 2. Williams up the middle to Ollison. He's going to keep those legs going, and he does not make it across the goal line, so the 2-point conversion fails. And with 9:55 to go, Versailles inches a bit closer. They trail Warsaw 24-12.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
Check out the little play fake and the beautiful throw to Xavier Jones-Nolan, who in stride, as you said, and they follow it up with just a dandy here. He even took a shot, did Williams, but delivers a strike to the senior Ty Edgar, and Versailles right back in it, Chris. And I've been really impressed, as you said, with this Tigers effort here in the second half, because they look dead to rights in that first half.
Yeah.
They looked like they had nothing going even to start this second half. A couple players looked injured. Williams had to come out for a play. You saw Ollison down there was laboring. So for the Tigers to overcome some of these miscues and some of these injuries, they're putting up a heck of a fight.
Yeah, absolutely, and you would expect that with the Warren Sites coach team. He's such a good coach.
Short kick fielded by Sievers. Look out. He makes a couple guys miss. Now he makes everybody miss. Wasn't for his own guys on the sideline. He may have went. It's Ty Ollison who ends up forcing him out just shy of the 50. Warsaw starts first down and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, 9:50 to go in this game. You can see it's 24-12. We have not had one converted PAT in this game. It's all the 6-point touchdowns here. But the Tigers, again, last time they had the ball, they had Warsaw stop, but on the punt, they roughed the kicker, gave Warsaw the ball back, and they proceeded to just fly down the field, put it in the end zone. The Tiger defense needs to step it up, figure out how to get that ball back, whether it's with a stop or with a turnover. They've got 2 turnovers from the Wildcats tonight.
Little play action, read option, and here goes Boyer now. He's got good yardage. We'll give him 9 before Ollison makes the stop, but a really good gain on first down. Working themselves into Tiger territory are the Wildcats. So second down and short, and here's a play, Chris, every time if I'm a coach, which probably is never going to happen,
right?
A little play action and take a shot, because even if you throw an incomplete pass, 3rd and 1 is super manageable. You don't get that. 4th and 1, you got some options. So here's the perfect creative play caller's dream. 2nd down and 1. Don't be surprised if you don't see Cameron Sievers, top of your screen, get an opportunity here.
Well, yeah, and Warsaw is so good on the ground. They'll probably just pound the ball, try to run some clock, too.
You're not kidding. There's a first down run, a New Spring Wellness Center first down, but we've got an Our Veterinary penalty flag, and it's against Warsaw, so that'll back it up.
Another big penalty against Warsaw. They've had about 3 of these in the game tonight that have brought the ball back from big plays, first downs that backs them up a little bit. Obviously, they've been able to overcome that as they lead 24-12, but it's going to back them up again on this one.
Yeah, not only have you seen the penalties bite Warsaw, but they've got 2 costly turnovers. Their kicking game has struggled. And so at this point, for Coach Boyer, he's got to be scratching his head over there, because for as good as this game started, there's been some unforced errors. And for Warsaw, they would have had first down deep in Versailles territory, but instead, 2nd down and 7 from the 49.
Yeah, brings them back.
Taking a shot here for Sievers. Beautiful ball, and that is good defense on the play. Tristan Albrecht for Versailles with great coverage on Sievers, step for step, and Sievers really turned into the defender there. Otherwise, Albrecht may have picked that.
Yeah, he almost, I mean, it looked like he could have gotten it. Nice play to knock it away.
This is designed, though, because he really didn't have a step, but as soon as Boyer took the snap, he knew he was taking a shot to Sievers.
Yeah, I tell you what, if Versailles had played in the first half as well as they played here in the second half, this would be a neck-and-neck game.
Yeah, and here's a huge 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers D and for Warsaw's offense. Boyer gonna take it himself, try to get the edge. He's got a step, and he shakes the tackler, still on his feet before Williams and Pritchett gang tackle him on the sideline. It's a New Spring Wellness Center first down, and Warsaw continues to be really solid on 3rd downs.
Yeah, 3rd down, they're 7 for 8 on 3rd down conversions. Big, strong, hard run there from Boyer. This is a big, strong kid, and the Tigers, when they make those hits like that, they got to wrap up. You can't just hit them and expect them to go down. You got to wrap them up and bring them down.
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's crucial for the Tigers that you wrap up, because Warsaw runs with a vengeance.
Yeah.
And so you've seen Tiger players bounce off of Warsaw ball carriers all night. It's because they run so hard. First down run up the middle, and a nice gainer here once again. Gage Whitaker. I've been super impressed with the senior duo of Gage Whitaker as well as Nick Bagley. And then, of course, you can't say enough about Tayton Boyer, and, of course, Drake Morrell. All 4 seniors for this team. They were all 4 all-conference players on both sides of the football a year ago.
Yep.
And they're picking up right where they left off statistically tonight.
They got 20 players back from that 9-2 team last year.
Another New Spring Wellness Center first down carry for Whitaker. On 2nd down and short, he has about 7, and that's going to move the Wildcats inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, and they've made many trips inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone tonight.
Yeah, they have. That's 14 first downs for the game for Warsaw, 5 in the second half. Versailles has 6 first downs in the second half. Problem for them was they only had 1 in the first half.
No doubt. So Versailles calls a timeout. We'll take a short break and be back on Lake TV. So the officials on the near sideline having a conversation with Tiger head coach Warren Seitz, and Seitz looks adamant here about something. Nice shot by Megan Albers on the sideline. You see now the Tiger players blocking your view just a little bit, but Coach Seitz, he's not happy about something, and I don't think he exactly got the answer he was petitioning for.
Probably not, and we've got the Quick Car postgame show coming up, and William Holt's going to be talking with a game-winning coach down on the field here after the game. Is it going to be Versailles or is it going to be Warsaw?
Yeah, don't forget about our Lakefront Living Realty player of the game as well. A lot of options on both sides at this point. Here's the give up the middle. Nice piece of running to the house. Touchdown Wildcats. Nick Bagley takes it all the way from 17 yards out in Warsaw. Extends their lead 30-12 now, 7:35 left in the fourth quarter of play. That creates a sizable gap, and now we've got a penalty flag. One of the Tigers coaches well onto the field. It gets a sideline warning. That looks like Coach Aaron Allen, and he is none too happy.
No, and here in the last few minutes, the Tiger coaches have definitely been upset with some of the officiating here. Not sure what the question was on that one.
So it's a delay of game against the Tigers, and now they're going to come over and have a conversation. And really, you hate to see that, because at this point, you know, the big thing is you're showing the kids how to handle adversity, and that's not exactly the example. But I get it. When juices are flowing, you're competitive, and you know you want to win. And when things don't go your way and you feel like you're not getting the calls, and it looks like Coach Seitz is
being told to lead the sideline, apparently. He is really not happy with the officiating here, and he's got a couple of words to say before he leaves.
Yeah, he's talking with the
he is
Misha observer, and that is surprising to see Warren Seitz. I don't know if that was ruled, but Coach Warren Seitz is no more for tonight's game as he makes his way to the locker room. So with 7:35 left, Warsaw, after the touchdown, they'll attempt a 2-point conversion from the 4. So Boyer out of the gun. Takes the snap up the middle, and the conversion is good. Gage Whitaker continues his dominance. So with 7:35, Warsaw extends their lead to a 20-point lead. They're up 32-12. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
And we welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football, our 10th season doing Lake area high school football on Lake TV. And this season we kick off in week 2. And we didn't do week 1 with our Lake of the Ozarks shootout coverage and the poker run. So we're glad to get this season kicked off officially on our end. And for the Tigers, a much better fight here in this second half, Chris, than we saw early on. But now they're kind of, I wouldn't say self-imploding, but they're certainly frustrated. And, you know, they're getting some penalties they probably shouldn't. And Warsaw, they're going to kick off from the Tiger 45, so here'd be a time to try one of those onside kicks because you have nothing to lose.
Well, they've been doing those onside kicks all night. Here's just the perfect place to do it right here.
Logan Gemez, and he's going to kick a high end over end kick, fielded by Pritchett inside his 5. He needs to get some of that yardage. He has the edge and runs over a would-be Warsaw defender, and a really nice return by the senior, Cage Pritchett, with a beautiful return. He absolutely delivered the boom on a would-be Warsaw tackler. Let's get another look at this on the Crown Power and Equipment instant replay.
And keep in mind, for the rest of the game, the Tigers will be without their head coach. Warren Seitz has been asked to leave.
Oh, man, how about that? That's a tough hit coming from the ball carrier.
These Tigers playing for their coach right now, who has been shown the door.
So first down and 10, balls to 29-yard line. Williams to Allison, nothing doing. Great pursuit, and we've said it all night. Nick Bagley, the senior, him, Gage Whitaker, they've been tough. This team has some stars on it, and those 4 seniors.
And with the score 32-12, the Tigers pretty much need, everything to go right at this point. They need to hit some long plays, get some turnovers, get the ball back. But they're running out of time. They need bigger plays than that.
So on second down now, Williams, quick hitter, and in and out of the would-be receiver's hands. Ty Edgar, he was ready to make a move, looked up just a little quick and did not secure the reception. So third down and 11, and unforced errors like that, they tend to add up. And at the end of this one, there's going to be plenty of film to go back and look at. But I get a sense, Chris, that a lot of times as a head coach, you have a frustrating evening, a frustrating game. Sometimes you get to the end of it and you say, let's just throw out the film, let's hit practice early on Monday, and let's forget about it.
Yeah, and that play was tough because he was open. Edgar was open, just dropped the ball. Would have had a nice gain there.
On third down and long, they keep it on the ground, and Allison is stopped in the backfield. Bagley, so a loss on the play, and Versailles forced a punt here with about 6.5 minutes to go. Warsaw, they have this one pretty much wrapped up. They're going to improve to 2-0, of course, last week's win via the forfeit. And so at 2-0, they'll be playing at home against Higginsville. As for Versailles, they're going to fall to 0-2, and they'll be at Eldon next week, which will be our game of the week right here on Lake TV.
That ought to be a good game next week, Versailles and Eldon.
Williams, a nice punt fielded by Cameron Sievers at the 41, and that's where Warsaw has the ball. And so 20-point lead, 6 minutes to go, and the football.
Warsaw will take possession, 1st and 10. Official timeout.
So, Chris, early on, you kind of saw Warsaw was dominating. Then out of the half, Versailles gained momentum. They were looking pretty solid. But over the last, I'd say, quarter or so, Warsaw just shows, man, we're deeper. We're not as tired. We're a little bit bigger. And so for Warsaw, do you see anything that you think they really are going to have to clean up if they're going to be as good as it looks like they might be?
Yeah, they've got to figure something out about that kicking game because they haven't been able to get a PAT. They got a 2-point conversion, but the kicking game has not looked good. It didn't look good on the kickoff. So, if they are going to be a real contender, then they need to figure out the kicking game thing. They have a couple of turnovers, but a couple of those plays, just good defensive plays by the Versailles Tigers to get that ball back. But I think this Warsaw team, and again, they've got a really good young coach in Ryan Boyer, who is a Warsaw grad. He's at home. Right. He loves being there. He was also the coach at Smith Cotton for a couple years and did a really good job there. But he loves being at Warsaw. And I think this Wildcats team is once again going to be a real force in 2A. They're going to be tough to deal with.
And I believe that Boyer played college football in Warrensburg.
I think he did,
Central Missouri for the Mules, and that was a great program. I think that would have been under Willie Fritz, who was there for a while. So on the ground, the Wildcats keep it, and not a lot doing here. That's Nick Bagley. We've said his name all night. And for Versailles, I think you're going to have to try to figure out, like we said earlier, which one of these playmakers, these younger kids that wasn't supposed to get a lot of playing time or play a big role, which one of them can surprise us? Which one of them can rise above to that next level and take advantage of the opportunity? Because it looks like the opportunities for some of these younger players are going to be plentiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen a lot of good things from this Versailles team in the second half. They've shown a lot of heart. The offense have moved the ball. And so, if they put it all together, they can be tough. There's another turnover.
And it's Williams with the fumble recovery once again. What a job by the Tigers forcing the fumble. Trace Murdoch and Ryder Williams, his second fumble recovery of the night. Coughing it up, we've sang his praises all night, but Bagley this time didn't hold on to the rock. You'll get another look at it here. Nice hit on the play by Trace Murdoch. So the older brother of Reese Murdoch, the senior lineman, with the forced fumble, and Versailles back on offense now. Ollison, first down up the middle, nothing doing, and this time flexing his muscles for Warsaw. That's Riley Taylor, the junior. We've called his name a lot tonight as well.
Yeah, and that's not going to do it for the Tigers. They're not going to be able to come back and win this game with running the ball up the middle like that, especially against this really tough Wildcat defense. They need to figure out how to get the ball downfield fairly quickly.
They're not even in any hurry. I think at this point they've conceded. Their head coach is done for the night. They don't want to get anyone injured. It looks like they're going to be contentious running this clock and hoping to keep this a 20-point margin because they're in no hurry, Chris.
Nope, they are not.
Well, they will throw here. Has his man. Pritchett makes a nice catch at the 36-yard line. And really, that was underthrown by Williams, and I've been impressed what I've seen from Cage Pritchett tonight. Chris, the senior, he has a forced fumble. He's got a couple of big catches. He made a nice play on special teams. This kid is going to be one of the kids they're going to have to rely on heavily because he looks like he might be that guy that steps the occasion.
I tell you what, when Reese Murdoch gets healthy and comes back, he's missed tonight's game. His arm was in a sling we saw before the game. But what a receiving core they're going to have with these two guys.
Here's the give to Ollison. Not a whole lot doing. Great pursuit and good piece of tackling this time for Warsaw. J.C. DePriest, the sophomore. And you see the way they wrap up the legs.
Yep.
You just, a lot of times when you try to tackle up high, they keep the legs churning and you lose your grip. And before long, you're laying on the ground and the ball carrier's downfield.
Yeah.
But when you tackle the legs,
good fundamentals.
It's really hard to get out of someone holding on to your legs.
Well, I tell you what, our camera people have done such a great job tonight. I've been watching the game on the monitor instead of looking out the window. It's been so good on Lake TV.
Meaning you guys at home have a much better view than those of us here.
Yeah.
And that's David Leatherberry up top making his football debut. That's a beautiful throw and beautiful catch by Cage Pritchett.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, he got drilled. That was a bang-bang play. Great timing defensively for Tayton Boyer, who's a ball hawk. And Pritchett holds on, and I become more impressed with him. And you can't forget about what a throw here.
Oh, my goodness, what a catch. He took a lick.
Beautiful catch. The ball was put in a great spot, and Pritchett knew the hit was coming.
Yep.
Held on anyway.
Boy, that doesn't feel good, but it feels better when you hang on to the ball.
Not only a New Spring Wellness Center first down, but the Tigers. Here's one over the middle and behind Pritchett that time. So Versailles back inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, and they'd love to score another one here. Make this game look a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Just a little over 3 minutes to go in the game. It's going to take a miracle for the Tigers to come back, but I'll tell you what, they have shown a lot of heart to come back in the second half and play the way they played and get back in this game. It's been very impressive.
No doubt. I mean, they certainly have fought tonight. Now they're back out of the shotgun on second down from the 16. Ollison tries, but I'll tell you, look how fast they are.
Yeah, nothing doing there.
Off the line once again, Riley Taylor just on top of it, Chris.
Man, on the post-game show, which is coming up, the Quick Car post-game show, William Holt's going to be down on the field talking with a game-winning coach. It looks like that's going to be Coach Boyer from Warsaw right now, and the player of the game as well, and that's all coming up with the one and only Wild William Holt.
And then I'll be back up to wrap things up with Uncle Chris right here in the booth. So Williams now taking a shot to the end zone. Intercepted this time by the quarterback, who takes a tough hit, but impressive. Boyer now, he does it on the defensive side as well. And the Tigers aren't happy with that, but what an effort there. They kept fighting, and that's their first turnover of the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. 3 turnovers for the Wildcats, just 1 for the Tigers there. And a little miscommunication from Williams and the receiver. The receiver was not, there was no Tiger in that area where he threw the ball. Tough one, but a nice drive down the field. They couldn't put it in the end zone. But again, I tell you what, this Versailles team has shown a lot of heart in this second half, and just coming up short on that. But if they can play the rest of the season the way they played in this second half, they're going to win some games. So now we've got, 2:24 to go in the game. And at this point, all Warsaw has to do is run the ball a couple of times, get rid of that clock. And we'd like to thank some of our wonderful sponsors: Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Crown Power and Equipment, Lakefront Living Realty, the Jet Ski Place, our veterinary, and Ozark Home. Some amazing sponsors for us doing high school football on Lake TV.
Yeah, and we'll stay with you just for a minute. Also want to give a shout out to SRG Financial Advisors, the home of the mile marker formula. Surdike Yamaha, they've got their Ride for Freedom coming up next Sunday, 9/11. All first responders, EMS, firefighters, police officers, and military. They provide you a free boat or a free PWC, and we drove from the lake up to Truman Dam and back. Makes for a great day. And of
you
course,
actually did that on a
handful
PWC,
of years.
Yeah,
and it's a blast. And of course, it's fitting to happen on 9/11. Then of course, Veracruz, Sunrise Movers, Quick Car, New Spring Wellness Center, and of course the Missouri State High School Activities Association making this broadcast possible on Lake TV. And of course our crew, our chief engineer, our production manager Ricky Smith, our director of photography switching tonight is Andrew Evans. Megan Albers, she does a slew of things for Lake TV. She's running the field cam, and David Leatherberry making his debut with the top camera angle as Warsaw keeps it on the ground. Just want to keep burning some clock. Of course, Jonah Diebert in the truck helping with graphics. And this guy right here to my right is the great Chris Schneider. My name is William Holtz, and I'm going to let Chris wrap up the rest of the broadcast. But don't go anywhere, because following the conclusion of the game, we've got our Quick Car post-game show. You'll come back and see me on the field with head coach Ryan Boyer and our Lakefront Living Realty player of the game. Of course, we let the head coach make that decision, and so he may not want to choose his son, which is kind of unfair. But my pick for player of the game would certainly be Tayton Boyer. He even capped off his night with that pick just a second ago on defense. So we'll have all that and more, but of course the remainder of this one as we're inside 90 seconds.
All right. Well, don't hurt yourself on the way down. We'll catch you down on the field with the game-winning coach and the Lakefront Living Realty player of the game as well in just a couple of minutes. So you see the clock there. It's rolling at 1:10 to go in this game. It's all over but the shouting at this point for Warsaw, who will make it 4 straight wins over Versailles. The Tigers' last win in this series was back in 2016. Since then, it's been all Warsaw. And since Coach Boyer has taken over the Warsaw program, he is 3-0 against Versailles. You see the fake handoff and the play run from Boyer there. Flag thrown. Getting a little sloppy here in the last minute of the game. A lot of frustration for Versailles here in this fourth quarter. Coach Warren Seitz really not happy. And you see a little injury down there for the Tigers. Or maybe he's just getting his shoe back on because he's walking fine there now. So see the penalty wiped off. And at this point, it's just going to run another play and run down that clock and finish it off for Warsaw, who will move to 2-0. Tigers won last week, but they didn't have to play. They won by default. Other team in Kansas City Central, didn't have enough players to play the game, apparently, and so they gave the win to Warsaw. The Tigers' first game on the field here tonight, and as you can see, they are going to win. Nice little punt there. The Tigers will get it back one last time, maybe take a couple of shots at the end zone, but what a difference in the halves for this Versailles team. In the first half, they could do nothing on offense. They had just 1 first down. Here in the second half, the Tigers' offense has rolled to 8 first downs and gotten in the end zone a couple of times, but not enough to get the job done. They are going to take probably a couple of shots at the end zone here in the final seconds. But next week, Versailles will hit the road to play Eldon. A couple of local teams, a couple of Tri-County Conference teams. And we will have that game for you next week here on Lake TV. Versailles at Eldon next Friday night. The COMC pregame show at 6:30. They'll kick it off at 7 here on Lake TV. But that's going to do it for this one. You can see the Tigers walking off after that last play. They just didn't even take a shot at the end zone, just ran the ball, run out the clock, and Warsaw will be the winner tonight. Final score 32-12. The Wildcats from Warsaw getting the win. They improve to 2-0, and Versailles will fall to 0-2 on the season. So coming up next, we have the Quick Car postgame show for you, and William Holtz will be down on the field with a game-winning coach, Ryan Boyer, from this Warsaw Wildcats team, and he will also have the Lakefront Living Realty player of the game for you, and we will have that coming up for you next on Lake TV's High School Football.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Moving to the lake is a ton of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. From packing up and delivering to your new home, or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the obvious choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers strives for 5-star service with every move. In Florida, Texas, or California, yeah, we can get you there or move you here, no problem. Sunrise Movers, the exclusive movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today for a free estimate. At Sunrise Movers, we do the hard work for you.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Serdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Serdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Serdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Serdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation, ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Serdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
It's now time for the Quick Car postgame show.
Camdenton. Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Now live on the field with our game-winning coach, head coach of the Warsaw Wildcats, Ryan Boyer. And Coach, man, what a dominating start. You guys end up getting the job done. How do you feel after week 2 performance?
Oh, like I told the boys, we're always pleased with a win. Kind of a different week 2 for us. This is our season opener, and so you kind of saw those things. There were some mistakes here and there, but overall, we're very pleased and how they handled the adversity throughout.
Yeah, and I noticed about early on in the third quarter, after Versailles seemed to be getting the momentum, they had it down close to the goal line, and you called a great timeout. And from that moment, you guys seemed to get back on track. Were you just letting your team reset, or what was the thought that went into that timeout?
Yeah, it was one of those, like we told them, there's some penalties there that really cost us, and then just to refocus. You know, there's times you get out there, and you never want those things to snowball, you know, and we know who we are, and we know what our kids are capable of, and that was the big thing there. Like I told them, it's tough when you let them have the ball the first 9 minutes of the game, or the half. So we're very proud of how they did respond and answer to that.
So if I could ask you 2 things, what was the thing you guys felt like you did best tonight, and what's the one thing you're going to be working on this week before next week's game?
You know, we did a good job just capitalizing on some big plays when we really needed them, and then they gave us a different look than what we had seen on film. So to our guys up front, just making those adjustments and then handling the adversity. You know, things to work on is just, you know, up front, staying on our blocks. We felt like we did a good job initiating, but then just finishing those plays. And then in our secondary, just understanding the situation, not getting sucked up on the run when you're past first guys. So and there's some other little things, but like we told, you know, asked the boys, and they're always honest about themselves. You know, said, did anybody play perfect tonight? And, you know, they all said no, and they know the expectation, they know the standard. So we look forward to getting it fixed.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. Before I let you go, we picked our player of the game. I know you know this guy pretty well, but what can you say about his performance?
We were very pleased. There's some good, some bad, and I think he knows that too. But same deal, you know, with this being his senior year, and obviously we got a little close relationship, so he knows he's probably going to get coached harder than anybody else. But very pleased with how, again, he led the team throughout and how he bounced back from some of that adversity that he faced or created himself.
I only wish I had him starting this weekend in my fantasy football team. What a night. Coach Boyer, congratulations, man, and safe travels.
Hey, thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, so our Lakefront Living Realty player of the game. I got to bow to this guy. 3 rushing touchdowns. He threw a strike to start the game. And then, of course, you cap off your night with a little interception, man. Heck of a game.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, I want to ask you honestly, because Dad gets to call the shots. He's always the one talking. You got to tell everyone watching, what's it like to play for your dad?
Oh, it's awesome. It's a whole different kind of experience. I've played for other coaches. I moved in my sophomore year, and it's just a whole different atmosphere, and I love it.
So it's your first game starting at quarterback at the varsity level. We know you were all conference last year in 2 different positions, but this is new for you stepping into the quarterback role. How's it feel, and are you comfortable in this position?
I'm comfortable. I had a good helper along the way last year, Brady Slavens, and I got in a couple games and did what I did, and but now I just got to move on to the next level and focus on this year and what we can do later in the season.
Yeah, speaking of this year, how good do you think this year's team can be?
We can be very good. We have the potential. We have the skills for it. We all got to get on the same page.
That's awesome. That's tonight's Lakefront Living Realty player of the game, Tayton Boyer. Man, I'm impressed. Love watching you play, man. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck the rest of the way, okay? All right, so our Lakefront Living Realty player of the game. We're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back with the rest of our Quick Car postgame show.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine the Jet Ski Place, with over 30 years experience, is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the Jet Ski Place. What are you waiting for?
Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie,
And Jesse Falstich
broker and owners.
of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Surdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Surdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Surdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Surdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Surdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the Water Tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
It's now time for the Quick Car Postgame Show.
And it's time for our Quick Car post-game show following the Warsaw Wildcats taking care of business against the Tigers. 32-12, I believe, was your final, and what a night for the Wildcats, and for Versailles, some work to be done this week.
Yeah, but they showed a lot of good signs in that second half. First half was terrible for Versailles, kind of like a no-show, really. Second half, they came in, they played really well, scored a couple of touchdowns, a lot of first downs, got things going on both the ground and through the air. They just couldn't. They made some big mistakes. Having a personal foul, roughing the kicker when they were getting the ball back at midfield, down by just, I think they were down by just a couple of touchdowns. They had a chance to really get close. Roughing the kicker, they lost the ball, and from there it was all Warsaw. They ran the table from there.
Yeah, and a really impressive showing. And as you heard Coach Boyer said, I wanted to find out from him, what do you need to fix? He was all over it. He said some of those penalties, a couple of the turnovers, things you want to fix. But it was really their week one because they did not play last week, and so that was the first game at quarterback for Tayton Boyer. And I'll tell you what, 3 touchdowns on the ground. He had the strike early in the game, and then, of course, he seals the deal late with the interception. And this team has some incredible seniors. When you talk about that many returning all-conference players on both sides of the ball, I mean, you got a chance to go pretty far. And one thing I took from down there talking with Coach Boyer and his oldest, Tayton, is there's not really an ego here. This kid's very humble, very respectful, and that always makes it easier to root for him because in 2022, heck, in the day and age with Instagram and Twitter and all the social media and likes and, everybody wants to have a chip on their shoulder. But it was cool to see that Mr. Boyer down there was calm, cool, and collected, and he's excited about this season.
I think, too, what I saw in that interview is Coach Boyer's not just a good coach. He looks like he's a good father because young Mr. Boyer was a really nice, well-spoken, humble guy, and I was really impressed with him.
You imagine me if I'd have had a 3-touchdown night on the ground with an interception with a touchdown pass? I'd have already had like a billboard up so everyone knew. Like, you guys see my stat line last night?
I know,
like,
me too, man.
That was cool.
Very grounded. I tell you what, this Warsaw team is... They're for real. They're going to be tough again this year in 2A. They were 9-2 last year. I don't see any reason why they're not going to do at least that, maybe more this year. They need to figure out the kicking game because that could win or lose them a couple of games later in the season. But other than that, they're solid. They're good. They're going to be really good. But the Tigers showed signs of life in that second half.
Yeah, I had some questions for Versailles. You still don't have Reese Murdoch. I don't know the extent of that injury or a timetable for return. And on top of that, your head coach either got kicked off or made the choice to leave tonight, and that's never a good thing at the high school level. And like you said, super uncharacteristic for Warren Seitz, who's played football, coached football at about every single level. And so that was pretty surprising. And I'll be interested to find out after the game what exactly transpired because it just doesn't happen with him. And for Versailles, yes, a frustrating night, but hopefully you take some of those positives in the second half. Cage Pritchett had a huge night, really showed he's capable of some things. You know, you saw Ryder Williams with some positives, Hunter Chamberlain with a forced fumble, Pritchett had a forced fumble, and then Williams 2 fumble recoveries. So there are some positives to build on, but my big takeaway from this one, Warsaw's for real, and if they clean up the penalties and those turnovers, I think they have a chance to go pretty far this year. And for Versailles, get back to it this week. Get ready. Put your nose to the grind and just work, work, work. Because if you're one of those kids, your number is going to get called at some point this season, so they need to be ready.
Yeah, and I hope they can get Murdoch back quickly. If they do, man, what a receiving core they've got because in his absence, we saw others step up and do great things tonight. So this Versailles team can be dangerous moving forward if they can stay healthy and get some folks back.
Yeah, Ty Edgar, he had a nice game with the touchdown catch, and, of course, Pritchett. And we'll have Versailles next week as they travel to Eldon for that game, and so it'll be interesting to see if Reese Murdoch will make his return because they desperately need their playmaker back. Well, that's going to conclude tonight's Game of the Week on Lake TV as we wrap up our Quick Car postgame show. Big shout-out to all of our sponsors. A big shout-out to our crew. I told you about them earlier. Big shout out to both coaches for being so cooperative and getting us information, and of course the Versailles School District, always so welcoming and easy to work with. But most importantly, we want to thank you guys, our viewers, for tuning in and giving Uncle Chris and myself the best job at the lake. Until next week, my friends, good night and God bless.